Sending the tweet out. Okay, we're all gathered here today to play Dungeons and Dragons.
My
Your condolences.
No. For the fun time we're gonna have.
Oh, fun.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you all had a good week.
Yeah.
Let's do it. It should be a fairly easy recap of what happened last time. Whoever wants to go ahead and do that.
I did it last time, I believe, so.
Yeah, Michael, you're allowed again if you want to.
Well, I don't need any inspiration either, so.
I literally didn't take notes last time like a bad player.
Uh-oh.
I didn't really take notes.
Uh-oh.
I never take notes because notes are for nerds.
Look at you with your good memory.
Right?
For people with memory problems.
I tend to not take notes except for names because I'm terrible with names, but I'm good with the rest of it.
Wait, I wrote one single note, and it's Desiree and Florian chat about magic. Desiree can read druidic. Unsure why.
Okay. What I wrote was EC collects their traps before sleeping. Afan also sleeps.
Well, we got to the city, is what we did.
Mhm.
Circus was setting up, and
Oh yeah.
went to an inn, and Luna went shopping. She got a healer's kit and an herbalist kit.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't have proficiency with either, so that's fun. I know she and Nezrin had a couple of gay moments there.
Hell yeah.
Oh
Freaking-
yeah.
Nobody ever. Wasn't that last time?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that was. Both EC and Afan talked to Allude of like, hey, sorry for the murder. And he was like, it's all good. And they're like, hey, don't bottle it up. And Allude was like,
Maybe I do.
it's
Maybe that's-
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's basically what happened. You guys did a little bit of role playing. You guys got to the city. I forgot to role play with Michael during the week, but you guys did manage to end up getting gold.
I think Mike should get the point for this because it was a collective effort.
Why would Mike get the point for this?
Because he really wants
We
it,
like Mike.
I
We
mean,
like Mike.
that's fair.
and it's nice to see Mike succeed and use inspiration. on
If you want to give it to Mike, Zoe, you sort of took the lead, so I will allow that if you want to.
Oh yeah, we gave Nezrin a panic attack while trying to teach her how to meditate.
Uh-huh. That also
Okay.
did happen.
That was fun.
It was very good.
Mike, do you want the point?
I think he's on mute.
Yes.
I'm looking in the.
Also,
Take
yes,
it.
Michael said he'll take it. Perfect. Oh yeah, Mike's chatting in the Roll20 say, that's why.
Oh, okay. All right.
I keep your head on a swivel with this group.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, with that recap out of the way, and some people doing downtime things here in the session, let's get I have some things I want to do with you guys in the city as well, but let's get who is doing something.
Well, say
We're
and I
busy
started our
policing this
city
bar.
checks, so.
Yeah, are you guys? Do you guys want to continue trying to scam people out of money in
I'm down
text?
to listen to them try and scam people.
It's up
I
to
mean, I'm
it's up to
down
you
to
guys.
Role play it out here.
I'm also down to do that.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so
We
you
wanna
guys,
also in a third person though.
you guys set the scene. Explain what you've already been doing to everyone else, just in case they haven't read.
Okay. So Florian and Alun. Well, Alun wants to buy a cell stone and doesn't have enough money. And so Florian and Loon decided to go and gamble to get some money, with a little insurance. AKA they're gonna cheat. And so, let's see. Yep, we head out. We we decide that we're merchants, and Loon is the uncle of a young Florian who just made like his first big deal on his birthday, and Aloon's gonna teach him how to gamble, test his beginner's luck. And so, yep, we're in this bar with a bunch of salty, suspicious people, and we've just pulled up to a table, playing blackjack.
Blackjack, which I do not know how to play. Don't make me play it.
I looked up a little bit, so I know a tiny bit, but yeah, I would rather like roll dice and use skills. But yeah, Florian's pulling a Hiro Hamada, basically. He is acting like he doesn't know what the hell is going on, and he's a wholesome Boy Scout. So, yeah. There we are. Nope.
What were your fake names again?
Inmir Temet, I believe. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and Will Temet.
Yeah. And you remember that you do have enhanced ability.
Yes.
There's a boost to charisma. We might have needed dex, but
Hell yes.
hindsight-
It's charisma, yeah. I had to look
Yeah.
that one up because that was new. He
Yeah.
appreciates that very much.
Okay, so where were we?
Not that he
at?
like needs it, Of course, he's so
Alright.
charismatic.
So we are placing bets.
Yep.
Let's see. Florian put 2 gold on the table.
Yeah. So
He put 2 copper on the
Two
table, and
copper.
he was like, "Is that enough?"
as you guys are sitting around this gambling table, and you can see there's a few people surrounding you as the dealer sort of very what's the word I'm looking for? Impatiently sort of waits for you guys as everyone else has already placed some bets.
You have to go bigger than that.
Oh gosh, bigger?
Bigger. Go big or go home, as they say. Illumin
Okay.
slaps down 20 gold.
Oh,
You see most other people at the table's eyes go very wide. The biggest bet at the table was maybe 3 gold. 20 gold is a lot. And the person behind the table as well, the dealer, sort of looks at you, and gives you a pretty inspecting sort of look, looking you up and down. You sure you
That's kind of a lot.
want to make that kind of a bet?
We got a pretty good haul. I'm looking to
we
throw my
did.
money around.
Think for a moment. Let me just make sure of something. As they turn around and talk with someone who's standing there behind them. They whisper quietly to each other, sort of glancing at you.
Can I try and listen in?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Perception.
It's hard to make out over the sound of the rest of the bar and people talking on in other tables. But you see they're looking at you and Elune as you guys are sitting there. They whisper for maybe a minute or so before she turns back. All right. Yeah, we can take that bet.
All right. Cracks knuckles, sits down. Well, yeah, your call, but I find it game is much more exciting when you put more on the line.
Florian's gonna take his 2 copper back and put on like 5 gold.
Okay. Yeah. As you guys start to play the round, go ahead, both of you guys just roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go. Okay.
Okay.
Well, we gotta lose a couple times, right? So
Yeah.
that they get comfortable. Yeah.
Art of the Fleece.
Art of the.
So, as you guys go around this round, no tricks, no nothing, just sort of pure luck, trying to get to 21 without busting. Florian, you bust for sure. You go over 21, and they take the 5 gold that you bet.
Is that good? Oh, that's
Uh,
bad. Okay.
That's okay.
But-
That's okay.
Aloon, you actually win.
Ooh.
And you see they pay you out. They give you the 40 gold
Hell yeah.
Okay.
and start setting up for the next round.
So I actually now know how to play blackjack because I played a game in a role-playing group that was the same thing but with pancakes. Don't ask me how that makes sense, but I understand this now.
Okay. Yeah, it's just 21. Face cards are 10. Aces 1 or 11.
And that's how it's done. I'd say we go a couple more rounds to figure out, we get a groove for it, and if you like it, we keep going, and if you don't,
Okay.
different table.
So. Okay, that was really cool. But how did you win? What is the like? Is there a technique or something?
Well, the trick is to not go over 21, but you do want to get close to 21.
Okay.
So you kind of do the math, and like the highest card
Math,
you can
okay.
get is a 10.
I can do that.
But I don't. Can you see when you play blackjack? Can you see like what the cards everyone else has?
You see everyone else. It's blackjack is you against the dealer, basically.
Oh, okay.
You see one of the dealer's 2 cards, not both of them.
Okay.
And you can see everybody's cards. The other players' cards, you can see both of them.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
more
the
if you hit.
The other players' cards don't matter to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Unless you're counting cards, I guess. But I don't think that's the route that you guys are taking this.
That's cheating, I think.
Counting cards
That's
is
ridiculous.
technically not cheating.
Well, I
It'll get you
suppose.
kicked out of a casino.
Yeah, it'll
Right,
get you
yeah.
kicked out, but it's not technically cheating now.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But yes, that's an in real life short explanation of blackjack.
Cool.
You
Thank
just
you.
gotta use the heart of the cards, and you gotta know when to hold them and when to fold them.
All right.
Okay, I guess so. Are we gonna put another bet down?
Yes.
Okay.
Feeling good.
Okay, I guess I could put down more like you did. That seemed pretty good for you last time. So here we go, I guess. He puts 10 gold down on the table.
All right. Lou, how much are you putting down?
I'll put down 30.
30. Okay. Go ahead and roll. Everybody roll D20 for me.
Okay.
Nice.
Wow.
Very nice. This time, as you get dealt your cards, you notice that one of the cards that the dealer has, they're showing a face card. Looks to be a queen of hearts. Both of you had Florian. You had a decent starting 2 cards. You had a 9 and a 6, or a 9 and a 3. So plenty of room to hit off of that. Aloon, you had a face card and a 5, so kind of risking it. And as you do hit, you bust. They deal out another face card. But Florian, you take a hit and you get all the way to 19. before the dealer reveals their face down card, and it is an ace, and they had a natural blackjack. So everyone loses at the table,
Ooh. Okay.
No.
and all the money goes to the dealer.
Okay. I want to cheat this time. I don't know how that happens,
How,
but I want to cheat.
you gotta tell me
Okay, I want to cheat.
how.
I don't know how to play blackjack.
No, but how do you cheat? You don't have to know how to play the game to cheat. You gonna try to slip an outside card in, or what are you gonna do? You gonna try to?
Luton, go to the bathroom, turn into a rat, and then whisper the cards into your ear in rat speak in the code we have obviously practiced before.
Obviously.
Obviously, that's not. I do like the idea. That's more useful in something like poker than blackjack, though.
Sure.
That is true.
Yes, I would like to try and slip a card in.
Okay, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Oh. If I have to use inspiration, I will. Sleight of hand. No, gosh dang it. Yeah, I'm gonna use some inspiration on that.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's 2d8.
2d8.
2d8. Gosh dang, I'll use another one. Okay.
Okay, that's 26 total.
Okay.
Florian's a little nervous as he's doing this. I think this is the first actual grift he's pulled. He talks a lot of big game, but this is the first time he's actually done this. I believe so, at least. Maybe practicing card tricks and doing things like this. But
Sure, he's practiced card tricks, and maybe he's like, he's never done anything this big.
yeah, this is out in the wild, like in an actual like sort of city setting.
Yeah.
But he remembers everything he's practiced, everything he's thought about and planned. And how much are you guys betting?
I'm betting 10 more gold.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do 10 because I've been humble.
Okay. So I am going to give Florian, what are you doing? Are you slipping this into your cards that you're getting?
Trying to figure out what would be less suspicious to direct.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. You got a 26, so.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll slip it into my own hand.
Okay. So then you go ahead and roll with advantage. Just roll a d20 and take the higher of the two.
Okay. Ooh.
Okay. Elune, you can also roll
Oh
regularly.
yeah.
Okay.
Doing good.
Okay. So as you guys play this handout, Florian, as they're dealing cards out to you, you very quickly and very, very subtly place a card down as they give you two.
I'm so good at this. I'm so good at this.
You palm one card that they gave you and place another one in their place before they can really see what they placed down. And you have 2 9s, which you can split into 2 different hands, and you do by the urging of your uncle to bet 2 hands and get more money. So you split them into 2 hands, and you push all the way. You get face cards on both. Who would have guessed 19 on both hands?
Is that good? That's good, right?
That is amazing.
Balloon, you get a 15 again, and you decide, you know what? Hopefully it's fine. The dealer's showing a 9. They pull out, they show another 3, so they're at 12. And they're going to hit, and they get a face card. They bust. Both of you win. Florian, you win 40 gold.
Okay.
And Elune, you win 20.
Okay.
All right.
see. Yeah. What do you think, Uncle? Should we keep going? This is pretty fun.
Yeah, I think we got a little more spending money.
Okay. What Florian was actually asking is like, have you made it to the amount that you want yet?
He has not.
Okay.
That might take a while, honestly.
Oh.
I don't know if we want to.
Okay, let's go ahead. Make
You also don't have to give me the full amount. Like, it's okay if we don't.
no. Let's just speed this up just a little bit. Let's go ahead and have both of you just give me performance checks, and then another sleight of hand from Florian.
Okay. Okay.
That's actually not bad.
That's decent.
No.
Okay.
I have one inspiration left. Is this worth it? Which one? Okay. Yeah, I'll do another sleight of hand.
Are you? Hold on. Before you do this, are you being? Did you get a spell cast on you?
Yes.
Yeah, there's
Charisma.
So you have advantage on that performance check, I think.
Oh, okay. Then let's.
I think that's how
it'll
that
be a
works.
+5.
Oh,
No,
is it +5?
What's plus?
Let me.
It was Eagle's Splendor.
Yeah. Let me. Boop.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's advantage. Okay, I'm thinking of something else.
Hell yeah. Well, I rolled and it was.
Okay. Yeah, 10 or 11, I should say. That's the better
It's the
one.
middle of the road kind of more today.
Yeah. All right.
And you said you wanted to use inspiration?
I'll use inspiration on that sleight of hand once more.
Okay.
Let's see. Doing this for you, bud.
Do it for Uncle.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me just No. As you guys continue on through the night, betting here and there and replacing a few cards here and there, it takes you a little bit playing, maybe thinking about playing a little bit more conservatively so you draw a little bit less attention. It does take some more time, but you're both, well, Florian's a little more focused on the grift itself, but Alun, you're doing a pretty good job of being friendly, being talkative. People are buying you drinks, you're buying other people drinks. It's a nice evening. Nobody really is paying too much attention to the both of you guys. And you do end up getting a nice, tidy little profit. Of what is that? 70, 65? 65 gold.
In addition to what we have already.
I'm going to say total, that's adding on to what you have when you started. So you made 65 gold tonight.
We made 65 gold, all right.
Yeah.
Between the two of us or both of us?
Between the both of you, you each get that much money. Sure, if you're if you're splitting evenly, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, that works.
We both get 65.
So you both get 65 gold. Yes.
Right. And okay. Hell yeah.
As you guys finish up for the night, nobody seems any bit wiser, and it's not like you were making everybody win. So the dealer doesn't seem upset or suspicious or anything like that. You guys seem to have gotten away with this.
Hell yeah! Look at this.
Good job.
Hey.
Hey.
I think we make a few new friends amongst the gambling, rambling, sailing folk.
Absolutely.
Yeah. As we leave, if if we can skip there.
Yeah.
As we're leaving, Florian will say, "Did you get enough?"
Oh yeah.
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 All right.
We got that. Actually, we do have that split. So let me kind of gives Florian like 18 since they technically had a 40-60 split.
Okay.
Is it 8? No, it's 6. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's whatever. Florian gets 78. And Elune gets whatever the heck 130 minus 78.
God, I can finally drop that voice. Dude, it's like, if you need more for your Cellstone, like, it's fine. I had a good night, so.
Nah, it's all good. I mean, you probably need that money too, so.
No, I want it, for sure. But, you know.
All right.
You know.
Make the math easier on me. That was fun though. If you ever need to do a little bit, I'm pretty good at keeping the eyes off you, so.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Pretty good.
All right. We should get back to the. Yeah,
We should go drink some more.
He's drunk
to
so
celebrate.
He's gonna say yes. Yeah.
All right.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, let's go drink some.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
You guys drink some more. You guys spend 5 gold drinking out as you guys get real fucking drunk.
Hell yes. Getting trashed with Uncle.
You wake up next morning with a large hangover, the both of you.
And a comedy hat that you
Been
can't
there,
explain.
done that several times.
I got you to drink with me. I got you to get trashed with me.
Shit!
Huh?
God. Okay. It's whatever. Bloom's like shuffling through his herbalism kit, rolling something. It's just like lights it up, and it's mostly just something for headaches. Yes, you could eat it, but where's the fun in that? You need something? You okay? You just need water? Like.
I need whatever you told me about on the ship. Said if I needed something really good, I need something really good right now. Just saying.
Yeah, okay. He hands him the one that's literally just a bunch of stuff he found in the
Just
woods.
a bunch of stuff you found?
Yeah.
So this isn't the good stuff.
No, it is not the good stuff.
Yeah, he'll light it up and he'll take a puff. And make a face and hand it back.
Not good.
Aline will smoke both.
Alright. There's something wrong with you, bro.
Nah,
Bro?
it's fine. It's good.
Loon's smoking 2 hand-rolled cigarettes at fucking 10:30 in the morning.
Yep.
Starting early. Anyways, I gotta go shopping. I think maybe I'll sleep in a little bit more. He's like squinting at the window, and he does still have his sunglasses on, but it's just like,
Yeah.
Anyways, maybe don't wait up.
Yeah, right.
Okay. You guys have successfully caroused and gambled and had some fun.
Oh yes. We did have fun.
Good for both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Michael, are you done hiccuping?
The suffering is done.
The suffering is done, thank God.
It is finished.
All right, what's EC doing?
Oh, you see, they're here for more than a week, right?
Yeah, honestly, you guys are probably going to be here for more than a week. They said a week, but um, the carnival slash circus is pretty popular. So they tend to stay longer.
Well, Easy's just finishing up Loon's studded leather that they bought. They're doing the best to make it better than what they're currently wearing.
Hmm.
And then I have that that cat pelt tan.
Yeah. Do you want to go
And
ahead? Do
how,
you do you have the supplies for it?
I just need the station. I have leatherworking supplies.
Gotcha. Yeah, you'd be able to find a leatherworking shop that you can ask if they can use if you can ask if you can use their station.
Yeah. So Ethy, to find this place, just follows her nose to
Yeah, it's not
smell
hard
out the
to
tannin.
find the stinky shop.
To each their own.
Stinky isn't necessarily bad, Michael.
Odorous,
Odorous.
Odiferous.
that one. But Ethy just sort of carries the pelt in there, and looks to the shop owner that looks like. And then
Are you giving me an opportunity, or were you gonna
Yes.
describe them? Okay, I wasn't sure.
I'm not the DM here.
Yeah. As you walk into the tannery, you see a older dwarven woman working behind the counter. She seems to be using a punch to punch out some holes in a large piece of leather. She actually seems to be following a guide that looks hand drawn. Maybe she drew it, maybe someone else. You're not sure. But she's punching holes in leather. And you can hear that sort of dull thump as she goes through methodically making these holes.
It's morning.
What time do you go?
EC would probably go after they're done with their morning thing. So
Okay.
Good morning. EC is wondering. EC's name is EC. EC was wondering if they could use a tanning rack to tan this hide.
You see they look up. Um she sort of examines you. Hello, EC. Name is Helga. You want to use equipment?
EC nods. EC has coin if that is needed.
She nods. Rent rack is 1 silver per day. Use any tools you'd like.
EC puts down 2 gold. EC doesn't know how long EC will be here, but the extra can just go to Helga's, whatever Helga's projects there are.
She looks over at EC and then down at the gold and takes both coins and very pointedly puts them in one of her pockets. Your patronage is thanked for. It is appreciated.
He nods and which way?
As you sort of look around and you come in, you can see there's a few tanning racks in here, but a lot of them are for working and stretching leather. If you want to do actual tanning, you'd probably have to go out back.
Sorry.
But there is it's simple enough to navigate, and there's a door there leading to the back.
Okay. So Issa will go out and tan it, and then you bring it in and stretch it out and process it over the time that EC is here. And just looking at the job she was doing, does Helga seem uh like a journeyman or like just above apprentice, or as far as you can tell? Like,
As far as EC can tell, she seems very, very well practiced and methodical in how she is making what she's making. After a while, EC, you do recognize it as the start of like leather armor, maybe like a studded leather armor. You're not quite sure yet. But she seems to be working very quickly and very well with this.
so probably when EC's like stretching it out, so just look over and comment. You work well with the leather. I'm not usually around people that can. Well, EC is not used to being around people that know the craft so well.
She looks up from her work and just nods. It is something I worked on for a long time in my homeland.
Works ahead. Where's Helga from, if EC may ask?
Helga hails from Zamor Zeheni.
EC's ears perk up. That is a harsh land from what EC hears. Does Helga find Strong Bay more to their liking?
She thinks for a second as you ask that. No. Well, Strong Bay is nice, but I do miss home sometimes.
Just curious, what are typical animals of Zamorzeni like?
Hearty,
good for
strong, dangerous.
Good for pelts? Or
Some of them. Most of them, she thinks for a second, they have, what is the word? Carapace?
That can be used somewhat in other, depending on who you go through.
Some can make armor of that.
Did you learn in Zamorzeni?
She nods.
Any tricks you'd be willing to teach? I am more of a I'm more rustic woodlands raising up, so different places inspire different teachings. Maybe AC and Helga can make exchange of ideals and practices.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me.
Oh boy.
Bless you.
Oh boy.
Oh.
No. 13.
Okay. You see, like, as you're talking, she's getting a little annoyed. And she's like, you feel a sort of like kindred spirit is like, why is this motherfucker talking to me while I'm doing my thing? But then you realize, like, as she is looking at you as you're talking and as you're working, she can sort of recognize that, you're not trying to waste her time. You are someone who is, I mean, good enough to use the facilities by yourself, so not someone inexperienced. So maybe there's something that she could teach you. There's a few moments of silence before she nods again. Yes, I believe I could teach you. What are you looking to learn?
Helga suggested that the animals there are hardier, so that must mean thicker hides and whatnot. There a particular knife technique that you prefer to pierce the thicker hides, or is it just repeated uh, repetitions of just a normal round knife?
She nods and she says, no special technique, but making sure knife is very sharp. Do you sharpen your own weapons? Tools?
Uh, yes, EC is mostly a survivalist, but on 17th cycle on Pruna, uh, Auntie gave EC this knife that never seems to need to be sharpened and pulls out the Wolfang obsidian knife.
You see, she puts her mallet and her punch down and walks over towards you. Puts her hand out and says, "May I examine?"
EC wordlessly just sort of like plops it in their hand.
Yep. She looks it over, examines the blade, examines how it's made and how sharp it is, and sort of nods appreciatively. Very good knife, but I think this one can catch sometimes. No?
EC nods.
Hmm.
If EC is not paying the most attention to EC's work when EC is being talked to by EC's companions, it catches.
She laughs a little bit at that. She says, yes, and she points out how the obsidian knife is made. It's not one single flat edge. She says, it's very, very sharp, but way is made can make for inadvertent mistakes when working with leather. I suggest, even though not magical, getting a solid steel blade.
Does Helga sell this here, or
You may, if you want to purchase one here, I believe I have one, but you don't have to get it here.
EC would like to patronize one that is giving EC advice?
She nods, and goes into the back and motions for EC to follow.
Alright.
As you guys
Yeah,
uh,
go ahead.
head into the back, there is it's sort of like a workroom, not like the one outside. This one is much more organized, more you see there's like unfinished projects on a couple of the benches, things that they're working on, things that they're letting stay in like molds or clamps, so they can hold their shape. And you can see that she goes to a crate in the back and pulls out a few items. She pulls out a small, sort of like straight edged with a curved tip knife. And then she also hands or places a few stones that are different colored stones next to each other. And she says, these are honing stones for the blade. You can use them to keep it sharp.
Does this need oils or just the stone?
Watered when you use the stones, and then keep it dry after.
Nuts. How much?
Whole set, 2 gold, 3 silver.
Put down 3 gold.
She sort of looks at the gold and nods. She says, very well. I will teach you how to use the honing stones as well.
You see, appreciate. So, EC is not the best person to know how to talk or when to not talk. EC sees that Helga was a bit annoyed when EC initially, but EC is sorry for initially disturbing Helga during work.
It is okay. I get people who come in just to talk sometimes. I like to do my business.
EC makes a disgusted noise in the back of their throat.
I like to do my business, and I don't spin many yarns, as the people say.
EC just like does the sort of in their mind they like slam a desk and like thank you, kindred spirits. EC understand. EC's just going to make sure that they have it. But yes, EC thanks you for your advice.
You're welcome. Please come back anytime to work on whatever projects you need.
EC's actually going to be has something that they are working on, and sort of like rummages through the studded leather. It's for a friend, but EC's going to be putting the finishing touches on it soon. But EC is glad of Helga's company, so since EC is already paid, EC might come back and put the finishing touches here.
She nods. Very well. You are welcome to use any of my equipment.
And then I assume they just both go back to work in silence.
Yes.
That's very good.
Companionship.
So yeah, EC will stretch that height and potentially process it into a couple sort of like mainstream pieces, and then perhaps divide one up into more teaching pieces.
Gotcha.
EC will attempt again with Afan at some point.
Gotcha. Yeah, you can absolutely get that done during your time here.
Then the piece de resistance, I want to finish up Eloon's studded leather. I'm gonna shoot for a +1 masterwork.
Ooh.
I don't think that works for armor. I know it works for weapons. I don't think there's a way to make a piece of armor masterwork.
Could I reinforce it to be +1?
I don't think so. You can make studded leather armor.
Does Celine already have studded leather armor?
He has regular leather armor.
Okay, then it's still an improvement.
It is still an improvement to what they have.
All right, Gabe.
Listen.
Just one final. Listen, I'm not hung up on it. Do I just need to make one last roll for it, or what?
Yeah, go ahead, just to see how much time and effort you have to put into this at the end here. You can make blood. Oh, that's perfect. With the proper equipment and finding a sort of kindred spirit does help with your motivation. And also having someone to sort of take a look and nudge you in any other direction that or see things that maybe you don't see. I think definitely helps as well. You're able to get this done before you guys leave Strong Bay. I would say with maybe 2 days left before leaving the city.
Nice. Okay.
Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
How covered up are Loon's tattoos? Like the ones with the stars.
Well, he wears gloves and long sleeves, so they're pretty damn covered up.
Well, then I guess EC will just won't put anything special in an embroidery.
EC's, I will say, EC has seen Elune use them to cast spells before.
Mm-hmm.
So
I would say he's not as fickle about hiding that one as his other one, so.
So whichever that one is, maybe just sort of like design on like pauldron or something.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
And
EC's a
then,
master craftsman.
well, at least an expert craftsman.
Expert craftsman.
They
Oh, it's craft person?
crafts.
Crafts. Throughout crafts.
But anyways, after that, EC will thank Helga for their time and definitely just sort of like come back and work on a few other things. But after that's done, EC will go to the don't remember it. My brain is
The Prancing Pony?
Prancing Pony.
Yeah.
And honestly, just wait for Elune there.
Gotcha. I'm sure Elune shows up one of the nights before you guys head out of the city.
He is around.
EC just unceremoniously approaches Elune and gives them the studded leather.
Oh, you finished! He
EC
holds
nods.
it up.
He looks at EC. He looks at it. He looks at EC. Big smile, just like, this is really something. Damn.
I mean, it's studded leather. That is what Elune asked for.
I mean, yeah, but like, this is good craftsmanship. I mean, not that I'm an expert or anything, but I mean, I know my way around armors and what have you.
EC understands. EC did not know the meaning behind the things that glow and Elune cast their magic, so EC just did the basic symbol there on the pauldron.
Oh, he takes a closer look. Dang, says dang again. That so that's actually the way I cast magic is kind of through the power of like the stars, constellation, yada yada. So that's actually kind of like a secondary star map in a sense, or I guess it's more aesthetic because there's a whole thing with exacting, but at the same time, like, I mean, I have a star map on my arm and skin bends, so I don't know how exactly it actually needs to be, but needless to say, I think this is very cool.
EC is glad you like it. EC just sort of
like try it on for like fitting or adjustments or anything.
I mean, EC took you aside for that a bit ago.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, all right.
Hopefully, it keeps Elune safer.
I bet it will. Hopefully, we won't get any amount of danger. But if we do,
and
we
will.
Friend EC backing me up, and
EC
honor
nods,
my good
of course.
friend EC Maiden.
EC feels sort of like this sort of like warm fuzzy feeling inside. Doesn't know really what it is beyond like pride. It's more than pride, but.
Aww.
Aww.
Buddies.
Well, what's your plan for the rest of our downtime? Maybe take you out for a drink or something since you finished? I think we can celebrate.
You see, he's fully prepared to decline, and then thinks, "One drink won't hurt." You see, but not many more than one.
Oh,
EC
we
likes
can
to
make
wake
it
up
one
in the
good
morning.
drink.
EC likes to wake up in the morning.
Eh. No, I get you. Would any of the rest of the crew like to jump in on EC's singular drink?
Depending on who's there, I don't know. Florian would probably want to go.
Sure.
I think
Trouble.
Nazarene would be like, we could go for a pub crawl.
Oh,
That's a good what's it called?
Impression?
It's a good impression.
EC's like, EC's not crawling. EC's having one drink because Elune wants to have a drink with me for some reason.
I'm sorry, my cat.
Oh.
If you want
crying.
privacy, you can just say so.
No, EC's just not going on a pub crawl.
I mean, if you want to do something else, maybe we should do something you enjoy. Since I mean, we're celebrating an achievement for you.
EC is doing this because Elune seems to want to do this as a way of thinking EC, and EC would be rude to not say so.
Would you?
EC has been over this with many people. EC doesn't.
No, that's. No, continue. Sorry.
EC hunts for fun and practicality. EC is not sure that
Mm-hmm.
you want to go on a hunt with EC. You might, but EC is not sure.
You know, that might not actually be too bad. We do a hunt and maybe we make a little mini feast out of it.
EC not.
And also, I can buy you a drink during that.
I mean,
We
not
can
during.
combine ideas.
Well, not during. She doesn't drink on the hunt.
Obviously not during. That puts your aim all off.
But EC accepts.
All right.
She thinks anyone that wishes to come can also come. EC's not very good at the whole. What is it that small purple man called it? Doing the hanging out.
That's okay. Nobody starts, immediately good at something. You just put it into practice. Eventually, it becomes, if not natural, at least comfortable.
EC shrugs.
All right. Where to, Great Hunter?
You're the one that wants to get the drink. EC does not know of any drinking place. Is this place not good enough?
Yeah, okay, we can do the drink first. There's communicating happening and it's flying over and around several heads. Elune will order a very particularly high alcohol content drink, wink at the bar, here's man lady, and be like, I need you to spice it a little. Because if we're just gonna do one drink.
oh,
Okay.
You're really trying to make it so EC never does this with you again.
It's okay. Some
not
people.
a ruby spice, just like very alcoholic.
No, I figured.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
All right. Where's P? There it is.
You see the barkeep looks at you.
I wink.
They just slide the drink over to you and say, if you want an extra shot, order an extra shot.
Fine. He does not. Hands this to
I think he does order one for himself though also. So they're drinking the same thing at least. Here, try this. It's one of my favorites.
What is it?
It's whatever they're selling.
It's a capital
He looks
city iced
reluctant
tea.
to, what is it? You see, tilts their head a bit, but shrugs and takes a drink. Now, their experience with alcohol is like fermented wine and maybe like the occasional like. Was there even corn in that village?
Homemade whiskey.
Yeah.
I don't think they would have homemade whiskey in your home village, no.
So just like fermented like fruit wines.
Okay.
So-
Here's the thing. EC doesn't taste the alcohol as much as they do at home because it's a mixed drink.
Mm-hmm.
He just sort of drinks it, pauses and waits, shrugs, and then just downs the rest and puts the cup on the table.
Whoa. Damn. All right.
I mean, you're definitely tipsy at the very least.
Hmm.
Sorry, guys.
What'd
It's
you think?
okay.
What's the rating?
Just does the 50-50 gesture.
Mmm.
It's not as strong as what I'm used to.
Oh, what are you drinking back home?
Fermented fruit wine.
Yeah, that'll do it. All right. Well, we had our drink. You want to do a hunt?
Not right now. You see, we'll do another drink, but only one more.
Only one more? All right. Illusion, orders another drink for them.
Okay. EC, you've got another capital city iced tea.
Drink that.
You're starting to feel warm now. Your face feels a little bit flushed. It's nice. This drinking thing with your good friend Alun, who
All right. There's the ever so rare, not feral smile on EC's face.
Oh,
and Alun was so nice to you, so thankful and grateful for the armor that you gave them. It felt very good, and you're feeling really good tonight. And it's just a good night.
Mm-hmm.
good for EC.
EC orders a flank steak.
Yes.
All right.
We have a fun dinner time.
You get a
Alright,
big
how
old
much
piece
like
of
a-
meat. It's
Yeah,
delicious.
Cost.
Good for you
Hell
guys.
yeah.
Let's just call it like 5 silver.
All right.
All right.
The flank steak.
Then when EC goes back to their hammock, they're gonna take out like this sort of like towel that they use to like just sort of like dry off when they're bathing in the wild. Slightly like wet it with their water skin, wrap it around their head, and go to sleep.
All right.
EC goes to sleep. Just
Home
fucking
remedy.
knocks out in it just immediately after that. I don't know. Let's call it a constitution check. Let's see if you wake up any hungover. Yeah, you're fine. You're a little dehydrated. Oh, Ilun's, this is easy for Ilun. You just had the other night when you went out and got real fucking drunk with Florian. This is like
Oh yeah.
baby stuff. But yeah, no, EC
City for too long, apparently.
EC's a little dehydrated. But other than that, they're fine.
he just like refills their water skin at the river and just like drains it twice before.
Yeah, basically.
And then Isu will find Alun because they're sleeping outside the city, and then say the woods around here aren't very good for Mark. Maybe after we finish this job, Isu will take a loon hunter.
That sounds good. We could probably also, because like the sea's a little nearby, we could probably do some night fishing or something too.
Does Elun have a new fishing rod? Isi knows Elun lost their fishing rod.
Yep. Florian actually, against all odds, bought me a new one. I was not expecting it.
How unexpectedly thoughtful of the tiny purple man.
Well, when the time is right and you're feeling up for it, just let me know.
Isi nods.
Nods.
All right.
And then I'll just do whatever it is. Just attempt a small thing with Afan and RP because I need an RP idea for the week.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
How likely, Elune, are you to get loose-lipped when you're drunk? Because Florian wants to know some secrets about you.
Yeah, I think he's pretty chatty, and definitely he's not the most careful about certain things, so.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. He would probably want to ask some things while we were out drinking. I haven't decided what yet, though. Is it okay if I go back later?
Yeah,
No,
that's
how
fine.
dare you?
How dare. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. You
On
can
spot, improv it now.
you can go back to it later. Let's see. Avan,
Yes.
you have
that-
some things to do in the city as well, don't you?
That's me. The thing that I wanted to do was the thing that we discussed in the private chat.
Correct.
Uh-oh.
So mysterious.
You
Uh,
asked if Florian wanted to go?
Yeah.
Is this the same thing?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I think he would just be like, when it was time to go, given that he and Florian had, some
Man bonding.
man bonding, exactly, over the last kind of week or so, and especially given, what happened at the end of that conversation around the fire, he would feel okay letting Florian in on like what he was having and also having somebody there to have his back. So
Okay.
yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay.
So he goes up to Florian and he says, "Alright lad, I've gotta go do something that's a bit personal. Do you wanna come with me?"
Personal. It's not like a euphemism, is it?
No. Like
Okay.
just something I don't talk about much and that kind of almost came up the other day when we were sat at the fire, and I don't know how much of it you'll get from this, but just, you seemed interested, so you want to come?
And learn your personal information. Yes.
Why do I immediately feel like this is a bad idea? Alright, let's go.
I can keep a secret. If you really want me to, I can keep a secret.
I would appreciate that for now, yes.
Alright. Yeah, let's go.
Alright, so they both head off to a different pub called the Leaky Spigot.
Huh, okay.
Correct. As you guys head into the Leaky Spigot, it's kind of run down. It looks like a place that only regulars really would go to. And as you walk in, you do see there's a couple people there. It's kind of dank. It smells a little damp. Behind the counter is this human man, big, burly, dark-skinned, long, curly hair, who just sort of looks at Ivan and just gives him a nod and then just stares Florian down.
Florian stares right back.
Don't worry, he's with me. He won't cause any trouble.
All right. He looks down at Ivan and says, who you here to see?
Urban.
Upstairs, third room.
Right. So he goes upstairs and finds the third room and knocks on the door.
Yeah, I'll follow. Just keeping an eye peeled for, like, I don't know what the heck is happening, but I want to.
You have your senses open to the cosmos.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, Fawn, as you open the door, you see there you can hear some movement from behind the door. As you look around, as the person in the room sort of scrambles around, before you hear a voice. Who is it?
So, it's Avan. Indra sent me.
Oh, okay. Avan. Yep, I was expecting you. And there's a couple of locks unlocking and chains undoing before the door opens. In the room, you see a gnome wearing these thick, almost like sapphire blue glasses with long black hair tied up in a ponytail behind him. You see he's wearing what looks to be sort of like robes, but it's a mixture, or I would say, as you look at them, you get the feeling that maybe once they were really well kept, but now they're much more worn in and worked in. You see he looks over at Ivan and nods, and then spots Florian. Says, I'm sorry, who are you?
Don't worry about the boy, it's just a friend of mine.
He's with you. Kind of like squints at Florian, and then
Florian
shrugs.
gives him a nod, like,
Yeah, he'll
you know, the man nod.
I know.
Yeah.
If I didn't trust him, he wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Florian
Whatever.
Kind of averts his eyes at that.
You said you had something for me.
Yeah, I got something for you for your, I don't know, problem? Whatever. She said that, we were trying to avert disaster, right?
Something like that, yeah.
All right, yeah, come in. And close the door behind you.
Alright, he steps in and gestures to Florian to follow him.
Yep.
All right.
Following.
Closes the door behind Florian.
You go in, close the door behind you. He pulls out from where the bed is. He pulls a case from underneath it, opens it up on the bed, and you can see it's filled with different looking jewels, not cut and polished to look like jewelry, not your typical like, oh, these are fancy looking diamonds that are meant to be beautiful. These are sort of large jewels that look to have inscriptions in them. What languages do you guys both know?
Halfling and common.
Okay, you don't know what it is.
I know Elvish and Sylvan.
Okay, there's no Elvish or Sylvan, but there's some of them. Some of the writing and carvings on these stones do have a sort of, they like remind you of some Sylvan writing even. It's
Does it look anything like the Fey writing that we saw earlier?
no, it's like It's like when somebody does like a stylized font from like a certain language.
Okay.
That's what more like it looks like. It doesn't look like it's specifically from something, and you can't really understand what it is. But it's like it's vaguely like it reminds you of that.
Okay.
But he looks through until he finds, oh god, I gotta remember which one it is actually. It is a deep red gem. That he looks over at you and looks between like you and Florian again, and then shrugs and then hands you the gem.
Alright, Avan takes it and he kind of looks over it and goes, well, what am I supposed to do with this?
Let me see. Give me 1 second. Okay. You see, he looks at you. Just focus on it. You'll learn what it's for. It's got 2 charges in there. After that, you need to get it. You need to come back to me, and I can put some more in there. Don't just waste it either. It's expensive.
Alright. Should I focus on it now?
Yeah, feel free. The sooner you know what it is, the better.
Alright, so Avan kind of takes the gem. How big is it?
For you, it's like the size of like a crab apple. So it's like, yeah, it's not super big, but it's fairly well sized.
Alright, he kind of turns it over a little bit in his hand and stares at it for a minute.
It doesn't take long as you focus on this to realize that this holds a spell. You're not sure why you know it holds a spell and how you know it, but as you focus on it, you can tell that is what this item does for you. Holds a spell, and you can tell that it is a spell for bringing people back from the dead. Not fully from the dead, but just recently. Like if somebody had died within a minute and you got to them with this, you'd be able to bring them back. Mechanically, you can cast Revivify with it twice. And then I also mechanically actually no, you wouldn't know this just from this. You'd have to attune for that, and attuning you need to be a spellcaster. You can use it, you just can't attune to it.
Okay.
So but this happens in maybe over the course of like a minute. It's very quick.
Alright.
Got any questions?
No, I think that's clear enough. Anything else of use that you might be able to help me with?
I mean, I don't know if you got. Can any of them do what this thing does, like with their spells or something?
And no, I don't think so, right?
No.
I don't think so. No.
Not at this level.
All right, because they can put that same spell in there, but they'd have to be able to do it.
Alright. Alright, good to know.
All right. Anything else I can help you with?
Well, unless you got a nice big battle axe under there.
He laughs and says, most of these are special order for Indra and for all the rest of them.
Fair enough. Alright, well, that's it, I guess. Do you have anything else you need to tell me? Anything Indra passed on to you?
He thinks for a second and then looks at you. and then sort of like looks over at Florian for a second, and then in halfling, speaks to you and says, "I've never seen her so worked up about anything like this before."
Oh yeah, he's replying in halfling. He's like, oh yeah, what's bothering her?
Somebody really wants this job done, and somebody's got their eyes shoved all up her ass with this thing.
Any idea who?
No, not really. Last I heard, it was somebody way up. I think it was somebody from from the Crystal City.
Hmm.
I don't know what you're getting into, man, but it's serious.
Don't I know it? Well, there's plenty I've got to worry about that means it's worth it for me, but appreciate the warning.
He nods. And then in common again. Alright, stay safe, Evan.
You too, Ermin.
Gives you a nod and you guys can leave.
Alright. That was my thing. Does Florian have any questions?
Yeah. When does it seem appropriate to speak after that? Like after we've left the building, after we've left the room?
I think probably when we're like, Avan just like takes off and starts walking down the
Right.
like out of the building and down the street. Like he's not hanging around.
That's fair.
He's got no reason to stick around. So like I guess Florian can catch up with him and on the street outside and when they're in.
Oh no,
town.
does Evan have the mom walk?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Florian jogs to catch up with him and Alright, so what is that?
So it'll just help keep some people who need it alive.
Okay.
And
Us?
yes, potentially, and yes, before you say anything, I know that I needed to be kept alive last time we had a fight.
I wasn't.
Yes, you
Shit
were.
happens.
Yes, you were, and it's okay.
Okay, I was.
But yeah, just a little helping hand in case the worst happens.
Okay. Why so secretive?
It's to say it's complicated, shall we? For now.
Alright.
Our friend Herman was just warning me that the people that I am engaged with in, let's say, an uneven partnership might be in a bit over their heads. Not with me, but with whoever they're working with. And he just warned me to keep my eyes peeled. And Herman's a good lad, and I appreciate that. So.
Alright.
But it's now for you to worry about. You're not going to get in any trouble or anything.
I mean, if you need someone to watch
No
it.
more than you usually do, anyway.
Yeah, right. Are you safe? Are you?
My safety isn't the one I'm concerned about here, and I don't mean that to mean that anybody around me, as in physically around me right now, is unsafe. But there are people that I care about who are not safe, and so it doesn't matter to me how safe I am until I know that they are.
Family?
Yeah. Some buggers have got me balls in a vice, you might say.
Doesn't sound fun. Or maybe it does. I don't know what you're into.
No, it's not my preferred.
Right. Well.
My wife and I don't do weird stuff.
Avan as vanilla as they come.
Oh my god.
Oh no! Face to face, so she knows I love her.
Well, I mean, we are a party, so if
I'll be sure to let you know
Assuming-
if anything
okay.
comes up.
yeah,
But I
it's like
appreciate you.
he didn't want to like actually offer help because that would be considerate, but he was letting it dangle.
Sure.
Right.
Best
Do-
get back to the
Yeah.
to the rest of the group.
Yeah.
You got anything you need to do while we're out?
No. You don't expect anything from this interaction, right? Like I don't
No.
owe you anything. Okay.
No.
All right.
I don't know what I was expecting, and I don't know why I invited you, but I did, and I'm glad you came. So I appreciate that. And
okay.
there's nothing else.
Okay. He's clearly confused as to why you would choose him, but anytime, I guess. Let's go then.
Right. He takes off a strong walk. Alright,
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Zoe, did you have anything you wanted to do for downtime?
Yeah, actually. Luna Luna would like to go to if there's like an area with a bunch of temples and see if there's if her denomination is there.
So there is one main chapel that anyone is welcome to worship at. It's like an open altar, basically.
Okay. And that's the limit. There's no like specialized temples.
There's a couple of like shrines in the temple to different gods that people have like built up. But there's no specific temples in the city now.
Okay, well, I guess she'll go to the temple. She wants to do some meditation, see if she can get some insight.
This is very convenient because I actually have a map for this.
Huh, all right.
Unrelated to you doing this, I had this map ready for something else.
Does anybody want to go to church with her?
Hell no.
EC wants to go along. Not necessarily for the church. EC will go along for that, but EC wants to find a mark of Isilo, so that would be the best opportunity.
I mean, the Lid has somewhat of a thing with Pelor. He's not the most religious, but he might as well.
I mean, drag
Sorry,
yourself
easy
onto the
like
map
Luna.
if you want.
Making me
I
do
guess-
things.
EC would go to church for Luna.
Wow, that's gay.
You
Luna
better
checks on
believe
everyone
it.
where they're sleeping. I'm going to church. Want to come?
Hell yeah.
Sure.
That's funny. Before all
I'd
right,
say it's like morning, like 7 or 8 in the morning.
gotcha. Before you guys head into the chapel, are any of you wearing the sign of the guild?
If EC is told that they shouldn't, then they will. Then they will not. But if there's no like direct like dictation for EC to not, then it's just like on EC.
No, Thorn said that you could wear it if you wanted to, for sure. Like and she said like many people do.
Then EC is wearing it.
Okay.
I think Alun put it on his hat.
Okay.
If I remember.
I do think you're correct, yes.
I think Luna has some sort of like brooch that is a symbol of her religion, and the guild symbol is like next to it, like the collar of coat. Coat. Let's go with coat.
Okay. Good to know.
So she just kind of has her badges out there.
All right. As you head towards the chapel, it's not a large place. It's more than anything, like it's near the edge of town, and more than anything, it's like a where people can bury their dead and things like that. People who live here in town. There's a crypt. There's a few graves. And then inside the chapel itself, there is a couple of those shrines that I said. There's a few people here. One of them at the what's it called? The stand? The pulpit. There we go. The pulpit. Not like giving a sermon or anything like that. Just sort of seems to be doing some clerical work. Haha, clerical work. Wasn't even on purpose. There's another woman over here who seems to be fixing something, and then this orcish man over here just seems to be milling about.
Luna looks around, and I don't think she's gonna see any particular symbols of anybody except for on the shrines, and kind of gets the picture of like this is a multifaceted place. It's just a holy place.
Yeah.
So she's gonna get that vibe and not really bug anybody. She's gonna mind her business and go sit in a pew, do her thing.
All right. What about you two?
I'm probably gonna find wherever the altar for Pellar is and maybe drop a few coins.
Okay.
Find Isilo and do a small prayer. So,
Is there a shrine to Eris Morn there?
Go ahead and make a perception check. Everybody can make a perception check, actually.
Perception. Oh, that was still Luna.
Yeah. 10.
No, he's focused on the altar.
No, the Shrine to Palor is pretty easy to find. And you see, it takes you a moment. You don't expect it to be so much smaller than the Shrine to Palor. But you do find the Shrine to Isilo. Nearby the Shrine to Palor, they're on this side. As you sort of walk up, this guy sort of moves out of the way. Elune, the Shrine to Palor is very large. It is there's a sort of small clay statue of a like the visage of a man with no face. Instead, he has like a sun, and he has vines crawling like up his leg, and in one hand he is holding a set of scales.
Alright. Is it a particularly good sculpt?
It's somebody put effort into this. It might not be like perfect, but they definitely put love and care into it.
Oh yeah, right on, man. Check out those quads. Toss us some coins in.
EC, for yours, you see a much smaller shrine with almost just like a stone tablet that has the symbol of Isilo carved into it.
Let's see. No, doesn't really care if it's bigger or anything. Doesn't really care much for gods, but since having the vision, he figures they should at least pay their respects. Just sort of thinks about taking out a berry out of the neck pouch, but just sort of gazes at it for a moment. Probably wonders what Newland's up to at the moment, but largely stays silent. But after they're done, they just sort of go and stand near Luna, not expecting anything, just near her.
So as you guys are still at the altars paying your respects and doing whatever it is you both are doing, Luna, you see the woman behind the pulpit look up from her book and sort of a little surprised that there's more people in here. And she sort of like leans forward a little bit, just like giving you guys a once over. And you see she stops at you, Luna. So you can see you as you're like standing there. Or were you sitting at the pew?
No, I retconned it because I wanted to look around and look at the shrines.
Gotcha. As you're looking at the shrines and looking around, trying to see if there's anything for the seer, which you do not find.
She's not surprised.
Yeah. You see her eyes sort of stop on you, go to your symbol, and then to the other symbol next to it. There's like a gasp of recognition almost. Small gasp. She closes her book and then she walks up. She says, "Wow, that was very quick. We sent the letter off only a few days ago."
I beg your pardon. I do not know what you're referring to.
I apologize. Are you not here with the untrimmed rose?
I am, but on an unrelated assignment. Did you want to hire them?
Oh, yes, I had. I sent a contract out. We were having an issue here in the crypt underneath, and we're hiring help.
What is the nature of your issue?
Well, there have been some and she thinks for a second. Oh, how did I put it? Some things have come up from underneath the ground and have caused some of the patrons of the crypt to shamble about again.
Luna looks over to EC. At this point, do you think EC's done with their business?
By the time you're talking with her, yes.
If Luna's like, as soon as like untrimmed rose, definitely like, if Luna's looking to EC, EC's just like right there.
Nice. I'm gonna scoot Luna over a little bit.
I think Elune probably also catches maybe an earshot or something that's like hovering around.
We may be able to get word to our mistress? Boss?
The guild leader?
Yes, that is the word. EC, you have Thorn's contact.
EC pulls out their cell phone. Yes, EC has Cousin's number.
This person, pardon me, my name is Luna. I am
Luna.
of the Seers.
Of course, sorry. My name... Hold on, I have to come up with a name. I didn't come up with a name. I came up with the rest of this, though. Names are always the hardest.
Sure.
Throckmorton.
I'm not gonna name her Brockmorton.
Crockpot.
Ron says Gerald, so I'm gonna say Jerry.
No.
Geraldine. Genevieve.
Hannah. Her name's Hannah.
Nice.
Very nice to meet you. I'm Hannah. Sorry, didn't introduce myself. I thought she had sent someone over very quickly, or something like that. I wasn't sure.
Well, we may be able to take your contract and take care of this problem.
This
EC,
is
would
like
you
type of
mind?
way. Cousin, there's a Hannah in Strong Bay that sent out a contract about the things coming back to life and crawling around. Do you know anything about that? And if so, do you want us to take care of it?
There's a few moments where you see Thorn typing, and she replies, I was just about to message you to see if you wanted to take the job since you were in the area. If it didn't, as long as it doesn't cause you to miss the job. How long are you in the city for?
How long?
This
How
is
long have
like
they
this is
been
like
in the city?
you guys have been there for like 3 days. I'm gonna say this is like the third day in the city, and you guys still have plenty of time.
We have the better half of a week, so we can do this if you need to. Is there a payment we need to collect, or you're the one that runs the guild?
She's like types out sigh, and she says, "Okay, they sent the a deposit with us. We were going to have we were going to collect the rest of it before giving the job out, but I guess okay. You can take the half of the payment from her and you'll receive the other half, I guess, when you come back. Does that work for your group?"
Typing again. So we do the job and take this half, or
Yes. You will receive that half straight from her and then the other from me.
EC real quick types to Afon. Afon, EC, Luna, and Elun are in a temple, and there's a potential secondary job here from already run by Thorn. Could you come to looks around? Just the temple gives directions.
Yes.
Bring Florian and Nezrine if Nezrine is feeling okay.
Aman goes and knocks on Nezrin's door, and she's got fantasy headphones in, and can't hear
Beats to study a magic notebook too.
it. But he was already with Florian, so he's just like, she's, I don't know what she's up to in there, but we should just go.
You sure?
Yep.
Alright. Yeah, let's just go.
Seems that we can take this job, Hannah. Our guildmaster says that you sent a deposit, and once the job is completed, we will take the remaining.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, we usually send it. I think we were supposed to send the rest of it to her if she was able to give the job, but looks like you guys will take it from me once you finish.
We have ample opportunity to take care of this for you.
Okay.
Can you describe these prison patrons?
So
Do they have a pattern?
I don't think it's magic. It might be magic, but not like necromancy. I think some spores came up from underground, and that's what's affecting them. I don't know if they're magic spores, but they've got like things growing out of them.
They look
My God.
fungal?
Huh?
They look fungal in nature?
Yes, fungal in nature. Yes.
I love The Last of Us. Do they only come out at night?
They don't come out of the crypt. No.
They stay in.
They're not. aggressive, but it's something that we need to take care of. We use that. We lay people to rest there. We can't just have them, wandering around.
We will certainly investigate. This is not our complete group, so we will have to.
Icy's informed Afan to bring Florian and potentially Nethrin.
They should be here soon. Can you direct me to the crypt?
She nods, and leads you outside to the small crypt with a set of stairs in the back.
Luna teleports there.
Yes, it's down there. It goes down maybe 20 or 30 feet before getting to the crypt proper. There was the ground shook maybe 3-4 months ago, I believe, and it opened up from underground. We didn't notice anything at first until the mushroom started growing, and then the spores affected some of the bodies in there. I don't know how many are still down there, but there's a good number of people buried down there.
Understand. We will try to bring them back to rest peacefully.
She nods. Thank you.
Okay. Luna's gonna go confer with EC and Loon.
Yeah, and it doesn't take Afan and Florian too long to get there.
I guess I'll fill them in on the information. Where is Nezrin?
She's pretty deep in a book right now.
I see. Let's at least investigate. I think she will find this interesting.
Yeah, probably.
Anybody got a notebook or something? She'd probably appreciate some like sketches or something.
I got my arm. No.
You got a pen?
I think Luna might. Let me check my inventory.
I think Luna also does.
Icy just sort of looks at the cell stuff. Can you not take notes on this?
Can maybe.
Luna's like, shit, forgot to buy something. No.
That was the whole okay.
Listen, we still got a couple days.
Yeah.
I guess she's gonna fill them in that it seems like there was an earthquake 3 to 4 months ago that may have opened a fissure in the ground and brought these spores up and contaminated, got into these corpses. And does that sound familiar to anyone?
Can I do
Make
a nature check? Yeah.
Both of you can, yeah.
You know what? This is what it's used for. 15.
Okay. EC, it's not something you've ever heard of specifically, but you've heard of mushrooms infecting things before, or not infecting, like overgrowing things before, like especially like hollowed out trees and things like that. So you can imagine that there's something like this.
Isn't this just because they are dead and rotting? The EC says mushrooms and whatnot growing on dead trees.
Elune, you know that there are certain druids that can use fungal spores and things like that to raise bodies. So it's not like it wouldn't be that weird or impossible at all for some spores to naturally be able to do that. They got to get their power from somewhere.
Yeah. So there's a class of druid. It's not one I've particularly rubbed a ton of elbows with, but they like to harness the power of mushrooms and spores and what have you.
Don't we all?
Listen, to occasionally, I mean, it's dead body. Nobody's using it. They can use that fungus to do what have you with it. It's just a thing that the fungus does, and they're working with it.
Hmm. I
Fungus
appreciate-
are, in a sense, like any other fauna, and I think you said they weren't necessarily like aggressive, more just inconvenient to anyone entering the territory.
It is that the individuals and their families did not give permission to be used in this way. It is more respectful to return them to their rest.
That's fair. I'm not entirely sure if we can, because like the ideal world, I'd be like, well, we just relocate them, but like, where are we gonna find more fresh bodies?
Hmm.
And
see your
honestly, a
dilemma.
crypt is a much more desirable place for such mushrooms to be. We may have to.
Why don't we just set them on fire? They're mushrooms.
Yeah, it's not.
That would be disrespectful to both the past people and the fungus, I believe.
Okay.
You see, like, kill thread, but fire is beautiful.
Well, we could go
Easy
through the
is just not
rigmarole of figuring out who's been infected or whatever. Ask the families, like, hey, are they okay with cremation? That'd maybe solve a problem. Assuming it's a stone crypt, you just light it up, but this other things release spores and heat, and then you just make the inside problem an outside problem. So it's kind of complicated, no matter which way we do it.
Easy nods.
I'm normally not one for this, but we may need to do a bit of an extermination. We can maybe save some spores and like take the colony somewhere else more ideal later down the line. Or give it to Nezri. She might be interested, who knows.
Yeah, probably.
But I do think just your traditional extermination is probably gonna have to be the thing. If we can figure out, like, my ideal world with killing animals or whatever is like use it for something, but it really is kind of dependent on what we're dealing with. Not all mushrooms are usable for human consumption. Did you know that? I found that out the hard way.
They're not with that attitude.
I think we should investigate and see what we're dealing with. Perhaps take a sample or learn more by seeing and interacting with these.
I think that's a good idea. I also want to say, Luna's not that bothered by like killing like animals and things compared to like people, but he does still try to like, if there's an alternative, like why not?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Let's go in the crypt, baby.
Okay. Are you guys ready for crypt time?
Yeah.
Crypto.
Afan, you have to have a torch. Cause it'd be dark in here.
Thing could make you a torch harness. Baby.
Headlamp.
Give him like a lantern shield.
The rest of you guys can see in the dark. All right. Well, before we continue onward, let's take a short break.
No.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Before we head into the catacombs proper, we're taking a short break.
Fine.
Who did the fucking Roblox oof?
That was me.
That was good. That was good. Okay. Yeah, let's take a 5-minute break, get some water, go to the bathroom, stretch, whatever you need to do.
Okay. BRB.
I can't believe you naturally transitioned to this.
This will surprise you.
I was like, oh man, I can't believe Gabe pulled a side quest out of their ass just based on the location that we went to. It's like, oh no, it was planned the whole time.
I mean, it wasn't planned for Zoe to want to go to the temple. I had planned a side quest, but the way we got there was not. Thorn was just gonna text you during the week and be like, "Hey, I got this contract for this job that's in the city you're in. Do you guys want to take it?" But this is even better.
It's nice when it just works out.
It just works out.
Sometimes D&D giveth, sometimes it taketh. I feel like druid conventions are the most fucking wild thing. And by that I mean whatever the hell meeting gathering things. Do druids in this setting follow like Archdruid lore or whatever? Or is it just whatever?
I don't know what that means.
Okay. I think it's I know you don't like care about D&D lore stuff. If I recall, it's like there's a thing called an Archdruid, and there can only be an allotted amount. And to become an Archdruid, you have to. I can't remember if you have to kill the Archdruid or whatever.
Oh,
It's
like
like some weird hierarchy.
gotcha. No, there's nothing like that.
All right, good, because that's really funky. Yeah. I hope these mushrooms are just the big chunky punching mushrooms from Dark Souls, actually.
That would be really good.
I hope they're just toads from Mario.
No! No! We find Captain Toad down here.
Tracking that treasure. That's a really good game. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker.
I've
I picked
heard
it
it's a
up.
very good game.
I picked it up like I got I don't know why I heard that it was like good, and my mother-in-law wanted to get me something for Christmas one year, and I was just like, I don't know, just like get me this game, and I was expecting it to be something completely different. And to begin with, I was a little disappointed that it wasn't what I thought it. I can't even remember what I thought it was going to be, but now, like after playing, I'm just like, this is fucking adorable and also
I'm
good.
back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
It's
Isn't
it's
the
it's
gimmick like puzzles that you can't jump?
yeah, it's like a walking puzzle thing, right? I've never actually played it or seen it being played.
I know approximately many things about Mario games. So.
Is Zoe back yet?
Is this still Captain Toad that you're talking about?
Yes.
Basically, you are walking around like a 3D landscape, but you walk in like steps, so you're not like walking along a if you're walking along a bridge, you aren't going to fall off the bridge by like veering off to the left. Like you walk forward in blocks, kind of like we would do in this.
Right.
And
Oh, it's on a
you
grid.
can walk like, yeah, it's like on a grid, and then you can like walk off the side, and sometimes like walking off the side means that like the thing rotates, and then you go into like a different like it's cool. It's a really cool game. It's been a few years since I played it, so I don't remember exactly how it works, but there's a lot of like every map is a cube to some extent.
Right.
Um, and like some of them are very simple and on one plane, but like some of them you have to like cross multiple planes to like get all of the things that you're trying to get. And then there's like secrets, and it's really cute. It's cheap by the standards of Switch games as well. I think it was only like $30
Oh, I can
compared
remember
to.
if they had it on the Switch.
Yeah, I think it was like a mini game that was a part of
Yeah,
the one of the one with Cat Mario.
yeah, I remember it coming out and being either like $20 or $40 or something, like
It
cheap
was
for a Nintendo
it was
game.
cheap. Yeah, it was cheap, and I never finished it. I don't think, but I got like pretty far, and it was I definitely worth the money that I didn't spend on it.
Good to know. You know what games are also surprisingly good, and these I have played, are the Mario and Rabbids games.
I've heard
I
that.
heard
Yeah.
they were good.
Yeah, they're basically just like XCOM games, but for children.
Excuse me, XCOM is for children.
Of course, Patrick. XCOM, the famously child appropriate game.
Mm-hmm.
Any games for a child if you don't put good security in it.
Yeah. Also, like I played Grand Theft Auto 1 when I was like 9. So.
True. But also graphics were a lot different.
I turned out all right.
No, that's true.
It wasn't that much later on that I played Grand Theft Auto 3. So.
Well, that's fair. Well, it's XCOM with Nintendo characters in it.
Mm-hmm.
And Ubisoft characters. The Rabbids, I guess. Not all Ubisoft characters. Man, I wish Rayman showed up in the game. That'd be great. But no, they're very fun. Welcome back, Zoe.
Wedding announcement, and it's lovely, and I'm gonna hang it up. It's so good.
Oh yeah, I also got it too. Oh wait, I told Zoe about that.
Didn't have everybody's address, so. So, you know, about half a year late, but you know, better late than never.
No,
Better late than never.
Maybe you were there. My mom was being super weird about it.
Really? Why? Weird, like, oh, my baby's getting married, or
No.
different kind of weird.
Like family logistics weird.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Who are you telling? How are you gonna tell them to have a
Oh,
registry?
jeez.
They're gonna ask for a registry.
Yeah.
And she got back to the registry thing. Well,
Is she a practical person? generally?
Oh,
Okay.
to a fault. To a fault.
Okay.
Your mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the point of neuroticism, I would say.
Oh.
I misheard you for half a second, and I'm like, what the fuck, Zoe?
Ron's watching Shrek the Musical now.
Oh, very
man.
nice.
It's honestly surprisingly
Pretty good
good.
musical.
Yeah.
He was watching just Shrek earlier, but then he was like, let's level up.
We need to go a layer deeper.
Need to
You
go
are like a
deep.
little baby.
Shrek is good.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, you guys are down here.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay.
First thing Nishi's gonna do is take a big old whiff. What it smell like down here?
Dry. It's like that sort of dry, wet smell, like after it rains and it's like all the dust has been kicked up.
Tricor! That's the name of the smell.
What was that you kind of cut out in the beginning?
Petrichor, I think.
Yeah. Gabe, are you there?
I'm here. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know the word. I was letting you guys explain it.
Isn't
Yeah,
isn't
Petrichor is the word.
the smell of rain after, or the smell of like the world after rain?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a dusty, wet. There is a little bit of a smell of death and decay, but it's not like overwhelming.
What way is the smell of death and decay coming from?
What way?
Well, the decay part, I guess.
I mean, it's from everywhere. It seems to like be permeating.
I just listen and see where there's like noise possibly coming.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Ooh, I'm gonna augment that.
Okay.
The two. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, most of it seems to be coming from the north. Behind that locked door.
Well, behind that
It's
door,
locked.
I guess we don't know it's locked yet.
Oh yeah, you don't know it's locked yet. Sorry. Sorry, I spoiled it for you.
Oh no.
I think I'd like
I
to
can hear
inspect the vault
movement.
for. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I can hear movement behind that door.
Avan goes and tries the door.
It's locked.
There we go. Now we know it's locked.
Oh.
Hey, good hustle, everybody.
Alright,
Nishi
well,
just sort of speaks up.
well, we tried.
He speaks up. If we are clearing this out for them, should we go and ask for the key?
That makes sense.
No, we should just break it.
I mean, we
can just,
we could have a look around first. There's passages off to either side.
I can just like turn into a bug, go through the keyhole, come out the other side.
Whoa. I forgot you could do that.
That sounds quite interesting.
She just
Luna's
shrugs.
eyes shimmer at the thought of Bug.
Oh.
But maybe we should, before we go charging into the locked door, maybe check out the other sides. Is it just in case? Because things might be
That makes
a little bit
sense.
jumpy.
Which
Like,
way should
if
we
that
go
door's
for-
locked, it's locked to anything that's in there. So
And let's look around.
all right. We want to do a split up or go together?
I don't think it's going to be very big. I think we can just poke our heads into the corridors.
You go with
Right.
Scooby and I'll go with the girls.
Zoinks.
Zoinks. Yeah.
It matters not. I'll
She's
go
just
with
gonna quiet their footsteps.
Havan is gonna wander over to this way. Sees another passage, or I don't know. I guess do a perception or investigation check to see if there's anything around here.
Yeah.
Which one?
I would say perception. You're just looking for general stuff, right?
Are
That'll be
these
a 20.
dirt clods or mushrooms?
Mushrooms. They do seem to be growing there. With the 20 perception, you can see that the wall has sort of caved in and some of the dirt or rocks have sort of spilled in. There was definitely something that happened here.
Hmm.
It does look like there was like an earthquake or something like that.
Okay. Carries on up the corridor.
Are the mushrooms poisonous?
Go ahead and roll a nature check for me. With a 13 nature, you're not quite sure. You'd have to spend more time testing them, examining them.
We could try eating one.
Off the rip, I would say probably not a good idea to eat them or anything like that. Like especially just using like context clues, you know. They're making zombies move, or they're making dead people move, so, you know, probably
So
not.
give them up with the energy to move. They must be very energizing, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's what it is.
It's caffeine. They're monsters. Like
Grown.
All right.
Avon just keeps going until he hits what looks like the end of the
You do
sealed
see
corridor.
you're basically at the end of the cavern here.
Just sort of
over this direction.
bringing up the rear and keeping an eye out for folks, trying to do their best to keep people in their line of sight, even though Luna's like going around a corner.
No, she was just peeking. I suspected
Luna,
it connects here, but wasn't sure.
Luna, you do the clericy deal, right? You got anything you can maybe put on any caskets or corpses we can find to keep them from jumping up?
Well, it's possible, but since we are possibly attributing this to spores, they may not work. I am definitely going to try it, though.
That's a dead end that way.
No back door into the middle.
No. Not that I can see.
I do recognize this Talsa, but then again, I don't recognize Talsa because you do recognize something, no, you don't.
Luna's gonna try and mostly stick to Avon. Or stick near him. He's beefy, and he's also leading the exploration.
Yeah.
Alright, the other way then.
Oh, sorry. No.
Is there anything particularly special about this, like, first
No.
basket here? It's just the one that's in
It's
there?
just the first one.
Cool. More mushroom.
It's some rich guy.
Some rich guy.
Rich guy, okay.
Doesn't
Good
matter
old
when
Steve
you're dead, but,
Moneybags.
like, sure.
Fine. As you come up this hallway, you do finally hear the sort of labored, raggedy breaths and quiet moaning coming from around the corner to your left.
Lads, I think they're fucking.
God damn it.
He draws his rapier and like gestures for everybody to stop.
We thusly stop.
We thusly do.
And he like kind of touches his ear and gestures like around the corner that there's clearly something there. That he can hear something.
Lauren, stop sitting on the casket. That's rude as shit.
Eddie doesn't care.
Damn teens. Loitering.
He's lying down with his arms crossed like one of the sculptures that they put on top.
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, let's get ready to. Florian's gonna draw his weapon as well.
Macy's bow's
Okay.
bent out.
I'll cast Shillelagh on my stick.
Oh,
Luna's
nice.
not very concerned about combat. Hannah said they didn't seem violent, so she's just kind of waiting.
Avan draws the front bit of his cowl, like the hood cowl thing that he wears,
Mm-hmm.
over his mouth and nose, and I guess I'll stealth creep up to the corner, see
Yeah.
if I can see anything.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Well, fuck.
You walk up, and you're kind of jingly jangly. But you do get up to the corner and see a couple of undead. They are very thin looking bodies with sort of different sorts of mushrooms growing out of them. You see a lot of like the rib part of the mushroom rather than like any of the caps growing in between like their muscles and their bones and things like that.
It's fucked up.
It is fucked up. You see Afan as you do make some noise, and they sort of turn towards you, groaning. And let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Hey, there we go. Okay, Florian. There we go. Hey, alone. Good job.
Ready?
Good job, guys. You beat the zombies with a -2 initiative.
Hell yeah. We're
Nice.
so good at this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Florian, what are you doing? You're up first.
I guess like what starts initiative? We hear them.
They are coming towards you. They heard Afan and they're moving towards you. As far as you heard Afan sort of stumble and trip and make some noise.
He's gonna run up here. Oh.
Makes that exact noise.
They're so cool.
They're not actually colored like that. I just so you know which ones you want to hit. I colored
Sure.
them.
For sure. I'm just gonna do. Let me make sure they're in my range. I think I'm just gonna do Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Blast.
It's like got a range of like 120 feet. So.
Oh yeah, we're good. Yeah, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast. Red over here.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack.
Okay. Huh. All right.
Have you ever hit with Eldritch Blast?
I don't think I have.
That
so
hits.
far.
Hey!
They're zombies. They're not hard to hit.
No, that's true.
As your Eldritch Blast just blasts into part of their shoulder and burns parts of like the rotting skin and mostly the mushrooms that are keeping it up. It sort of like tilts down to one side and turns over towards you, Florian.
Smells delicious.
Where did the turn order go?
I think I closed it by accident. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So for flavor, I'm gonna say that when Florian fired it off, he was like, "Oh shit!" Like he didn't think it was gonna hit, but then it did, and he was like, "Oh, okay."
Very nice. Elune. Oh, actually, anything else on your turn, Florian?
I think I have some extra movement. If I do, oh, that's the wrong tool. No, I think that's about it. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay, Elune.
Oh, where did I start? I was right here. Let me
Mm-hmm.
do a good old measure. Okay, we can do that.
Do.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You can just call me Florian.
No, Jesus doesn't exist here. Who's he?
That's fair.
So this looks like a real good place to use entangle. Actually, I was gonna do something else, but
It's not a
you
bad
know,
idea.
ain't broke, don't fix it.
Hmm.
Gonna cast entangle. That's a 20 foot. So we're gonna say, yeah, I think that'd be good. Start 20. So get all but like the top two. Or yeah, if we do like this, then we only miss the one.
And that is the entrance coming towards you guys, at least.
Yeah, that'd be good. Especially since that's gonna create rough terrain.
Yes, it is difficult terrain, I believe.
Yeah.
That's a 20-foot square, I believe.
Let me.
Oh wait, you can't? No, yeah, you can see mine.
Yeah.
You can snap the corner instead of center
Oh, okay.
in your options.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, I think that'll be good.
Okay, I'll just draw it real quick. Draw a shape. Green.
Pulls up his sleeve. The ground kind of rumbles as through the tiles, vines and stuff pop up and attempt to snag the zombies.
Boom. Entangled.
Mm-hmm.
When you cast the spell. Oh, they have to make it when you cast it. Okay, strength checks.
Yeah.
They do pass.
No. The buffest zombies.
Oh,
Hmm.
that's honestly impressive.
Well.
All right. Anything else?
You gotta
well,
mean it, Aloon.
Doesn't work every time. Sometimes they just don't feel like doing it. Anyways, I would like to do my. Let's do Starry Form Archer as my bonus action.
Okay.
And that'll probably be it.
There is some glowing lights behind Alun as a sort of starry constellation appears behind him.
The stars kind of like loosely form an arm and arrows.
Oh, that's cool.
Kind of like trained on enemies. It like auto targets on its own.
Cool.
All right. Avon, you're up.
Alright, Avan steps around the corner and says, "Fucking hell. There's loads of them." And Gabe, would you consider the torch that I'm holding a weapon that can be thrown?
Sure, I'll allow this.
Okay.
Thinking quickly, he uses his bonus action to expend a superiority die and make a ranged attack with the weapon. Put it in there. Range attack with the weapon that has the thrown property. If you can draw the weapon as part of making the attack. If you hit, add the superiority die to the weapon's damage roll. So superiority die is a D8, I think. Yes.
Give me 1 second. I gotta put the light on this torch. Can you see the light on this torch?
Yes.
Okay. Since
Alright,
you're throwing it.
He's like, really all he's trying to achieve is like throwing it to set the plants on fire and hopefully set all of the zombies in the plants on fire.
Interesting.
But if he also takes one of the zombies out, then even better. So he's going to throw it at this blue guy here. That one, yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
So that is so I don't have this thing. So what would the roll that I would need to be?
I mean, it's a d20. Roll to attack first. Just d20 plus dex. I'll say no,
No,
not tech. Well, no, you're
Plus
using a superiority die for this, right?
yeah, but the superiority die gets added to the damage, not the roll.
Right. I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna let you add your proficiency to this as well,
Okay.
since you're using like a tactic for this.
Right, I'm gonna use my rapier attack then because that's +6, which is my dex +2. So
Yeah. An 11 hits.
okay, so I hit the blue guy right in the face.
Yep. I'm gonna say the damage is gonna be a D4. And then he's gonna make a con save.
So it's a D4 plus a D8 because I add my
Yes.
dice to it. So I'm gonna do the D4 first, which is a 3, and the D8, which is a 1. So
4.
he takes 4 damage.
So he takes 4 bludgeoning damage, and he's going to take. He passed a save on the fire, so he'll take half of this.
Half of the 4 total, like
2. I'm gonna. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do.
half rounded up or rounded down.
There we go. No, half of roll 2d6 for me for fire damage.
7. The average roll.
Okay, so they'll take that half, so they'll take 3 more fire damage.
All of them, or just the one guy?
Just the one guy. It might take some time for the rest of this to catch fire, but it is a plant. So I will allow this little tactic that you're trying, for sure.
Okay, so that was my bonus action. So with my main action, I'm going to run up here, and I'm going to smack the red zombie with my rapier. As I smack, I'm going to stab the red zombie with my rapier.
Mm-hmm. Make an attack. Yep, that hits.
Just really, really rolling them bones today, aren't we? So yeah, that's 10 damage to that guy. And do I have anything else that I can do?
Not unless you want to action surge, I think.
They don't. They're not holding weapons, right?
No.
No. Okay.
No, their bodies are their weapons.
Same. Some people's bodies are temples. Mine's a weapon. Do I want to action surge right now?
You can save it.
Yeah, I'll save it for now.
All right, EC.
Okay.
Go
Almost.
easy.
Right, between 40 and 11 is 30 feet. Oh dear.
Gabe, will you move the torch into the middle of the...
Yes, sorry. It is over here now.
Alright. Which one has been I remember Florian saying top red?
Yeah, this guy.
We're going to take a shot.
That absolutely hits.
And then we're gonna pour D8 for Colossus Slayer. For another 1.
Okay.
Love that extra D8 damage.
Give me 1 second. He's got to make a con save. Nope. You knock this guy. You hit him with your arrow, right between his eyes, and it knocks parts of the fungus that was growing there off, and they are no longer standing. They fall on their back. Anything else on your turn?
Nope. Get ready for the next round.
All right, Luna.
All right, Luna's gonna move up. As she passes Florian and Alune and EC, gonna say, "Need to try something so we know the nature of these undead." She rounds the corner, and if there was a camera pointing like it was like here pointing at her, her eyes do widen a little bit because holy Toledo, that's a lot of guys.
It's
That's
a lot of guys.
And she's gonna use Channel Divinity Turn Undead and see if it
Okay,
works.
click that for me, please.
What's the range on that?
30
Each
feet.
undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw. What's their... Do they just have, like, regular vision? They have
30
dark
feet.
vision. Okay, so... Let me...
Probably gonna be. These are the farthest.
Yeah, so... They doesn't have a line of sight. Okay. Okay. So they need to make a wisdom save?
Yes, I'm checking the DC. It's probably my spellcasting my spell save DC, which is 12.
Okay. Let me make a wisdom save for them.
Collective or individual?
I'm just gonna say collective.
Hmm.
14?
Really?
You can...
No.
Do you have inspiration?
Yeah, I'm inspirationing them down.
Yeah. No matter what you roll, they fail, I believe. Because if it's 13 and it's 2d4, 2d6, I don't remember what I wrote down.
Well, it's 2D something, so I'm going to get at least 2.
Yes, you're going to get enough to whittle them down. So they don't pass. So they are now frightened, right?
If the that's like the nature of what they are. They're undead.
I mean, they're undead.
Okay.
It's turned, and they just try to move away from you
Yes.
until they take
Current
damage.
creature must spend its turns trying to move away from you as far from you as it can. Cannot willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. Also can't take reactions. For its action, it can use only dash or try to escape from a that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge action.
Gotcha. They all failed.
Whoa. Done.
She's gonna take that to mean that if she does any sort of like rights on them, like not necessarily like cleanse them or whatever, but it'll
It might affect
got-
them.
yeah, she's got an effect here. So let me put an
All
order
right.
on her real quick for 30 feet.
Oh yeah, that's smart.
They can't do that. They can't
Yeah.
They move as far as they can. They can't willingly be there. Try to get out of that radius.
Okay. Solid
Um,
turn. You've scared a bunch of them. Anything else?
Nope, that's my turn.
All right. Zombies are going to try and move away from you, or the ones that are near you at least. These guys have difficult terrain, so they can only move so far. So he's going to move there. So he's going to move there. He's going to move there. This guy was here. He's going to move here. And then the others are moving in. So I'm going to say he gets there. He gets there.
Maybe it wasn't the most tactically sound choice, but whatever.
We're
Well,
just shuffling them around. They aren't attacking.
Not yet. This guy does reach Avon. And he'll try a slam attack. That's a 23 to hit, a nat 20.
Yeah, that'll do it.
For
Nice.
9 bludgeoning damage. As he sort of trips across the roots and slams into you, their large body sort of overwhelming you just a little bit and hitting you pretty hard. So you take 9 bludgeoning damage.
I will do in a second. I'm just
Yeah,
cuddling the dog at the moment.
no worries. And then let's go to Florian.
Yeah. Is anybody paying attention to him?
Nah.
Okay.
He sees, insofar as he sees right behind them, looking in that direction.
Okay. He looks pretty jumpy.
Interesting.
He's gonna move over here. Yeah, kind of shake out his arms a little bit, and then he's going to do his Eldritch Blast like always, and the magic seems a little bit squiggly. He's gonna go for this one.
Squiggles right into this guy and hits him for 6 force damage. Very nice.
Nice.
Blowing away more of the mushrooms that are affecting this guy's body.
Hell yeah. That's gonna be his turn.
All right. Anything else? Alun,
Hi.
it's your turn, my
Alright,
dear
I-
friend.
I would like to cast another fun spell.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
It's called Wither and Bloom.
Ooh.
It's basically a four square. Where the heck? There's the drawing. I'm gonna get
Ooh, this is spicy.
Yeah, that's
Interesting.
That is cool.
I would like for them to wither. I think it was with. It's one of the newer spells. I think with Tasha's. Or something. Yeah. Could I get a Constitution saving throw?
All right, hold on. Where's this sphere centered? Oh, you've got so many of them in one place.
Sorry. Yeah. It's on. Oh, I need the pingy thing.
You should be able to
Right here.
click and hold. So it's a 10-foot radius. So it'll be a 20-foot circle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. We might want to ignore that one I drew then, because I made the incorrect assumption.
Oh, any of these who take damage are no longer turned, by the way.
That is true. That is how that works.
I don't think this battle's gonna last a minute. It might.
Oh, God. We want to
Ooh.
spicy circle right there.
Spicy circle.
I think this one is the correct one.
Okay.
No, that's not what I want.
I'm sorry, I'm making a straw shape.
No. Okay. So here. I think that hits most of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they got to make a con save and take 2d6 necrotic, right?
Yep. I'll roll the d6. So it's either
They
damage.
they do pass, but they
What if
What
I-
with these zombies?
zombies are
Go
they're
ahead.
hardy. They're easy to hit, but they're thick.
Mm.
Can I do the inspiration to make them?
You can if you'd
be
like
less-
to. Yes. Let me just double check.
Isn't it like 2d6?
2d4. It's 2d4.
D4. All right.
that ain't gonna do it.
14.
14.
I'm going to burn. I want to do the cool thing.
Yeah. With
Yeah.
with an 8, they do not pass. So they all take 8 necrotic damage.
Oh man.
Like,
That's-
holds his hand out and slowly clenches it into a fist.
There's just a huge wave of this like withering energy that passes over these guys, and you see a lot of the mushrooms on these guys' bodies sort of wither and fall off. That is a lot of total damage that you just put
That's
out.
rad. It's a good one.
It only took 2 inspirations.
It's okay. I used up inspiration as well. We can just be
Okay,
inspirationless
we made money
together.
out of it.
We did.
You gotta use it somewhere.
Yeah.
Then I still have my bonus action, so I'm gonna. I don't know if I have a clear shot. You can shoot over people, right?
think so.
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna bonus action my. Archer shot. I'm.
Jesus, you did
juggling
72 total damage.
Jeez.
Dang.
Don't fuck with druids.
But yes, these guys are no longer frightened
The
either.
archer has the. Okay, luminous arrow, which is ranged spell attack. Not ranged. Yeah, ranged spell attack. So d20. D20 plus.
That'll hit.
All right. Yes. 1d8 plus wisdom. Okay. 6 plus wisdom is 3, so that is
9.
9.
To who?
To the green guy.
This green guy.
You should have an attack for that.
I should.
Shooting star, I think I labeled it.
You are correct. I
It's fine.
Nice.
don't have an excuse. I only saw it now as you made that.
Okay. Yes, that does hit, and they do look particularly hurt by that radiant attack.
Hey.
It didn't deal extra damage, but it's effective. All right,
Ignore that, but
Avan.
Yep, that's me. I am going to bring out my axes, my hand axes, and I'm gonna smack this guy that's next to me upside the head.
I believe in you.
Thank you. Actually, first I'm going to use halfling nimbleness to dive through. Ooh, no, I'm still drawing a circle. I'm not going to do that. Please ignore that weird circle I
I
drew.
gotcha. Don't worry.
I'm going to use halfling nimbleness to move into this guy's square and move into this square, and I'm not leaving his reach, so I do not trigger an attack of opportunity.
No, you don't.
And I'm gonna then, as I like go through, I'm gonna whack him one with one of my hand axes.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Hey.
Okay. And I'll give him another one with my bonus action.
That will also hit.
And Avan is feeling very inadequate watching
Oh.
Elune do 72 damage in one turn.
Some cool ass magic shit.
So he's gonna burn his
Action surge.
action surge to do. I don't get a bonus action on this one, do I?
No.
All right, so he's gonna do some kind of cool shit where he sheaths his hand axes and pulls out his rapier and uses his rapier to hit the zomboy again for another
There you
7.
go.
Yeah. Let's see if he dies. The does pass, so he is barely standing, but still standing.
Damn.
You'll get to show off at some point.
All right, EC.
Alright. You see, not really caring who's doing the damage as long as things die. Gonna come over here. Just gonna target that one and shot. 14.
There you go.
Yeah, 14 is gonna hit.
Alright. Just gonna use the bonus action to cast favorite foe on that. So 13 damage.
13 damage. So which one as well, by the way?
The Mr. Red Dot.
Gotcha. Okay. He has to make a strength saving throw. Give me 1 second.
Fires the arrow and then a small ephemeral arrow just sort of like floats around and then pierces it as the arrow pierces.
I don't think they're gonna pass this. No, they don't. They also fall down. You take out another one.
Perfect.
DJ Khaled voice, another one.
Another one.
Another one. Anything else on your turn, EC?
Just gonna peer down this hallway, see if there's anything. This is probably all of them.
This does feel like all of them, yes.
I'm just no, we're good. Just making sure to keep everyone in their line of sight. Yeah, they're good.
Okay, Luna. Yoey,
Hallo?
you're muted.
Heel. Und Hajduk.
If you're speaking, Zoe, we cannot hear you.
You meet
Sorry.
There
Hello.
you go.
Shield of Faith on a fawn.
The cheetah.
Ooh, nice. Fawn, you get shielded of faith. You glow, and also you get +2 AC.
Picasso.
And then she's gonna use her action to disengage from Green Tint. I'm
Gotcha.
a fan of the and she's gonna back up.
Alphon, you
Use her
have
movement.
16 AC now, I think.
I do. I already had 16 AC.
Oh,
You've got
well,
18.
you got +2 for Shield of Faith.
Oh no, I had 14. Sorry.
Oh,
no, I
okay.
didn't. Okay, right.
All right, and Luna moves back there. That's fine.
He's disengages my action, so that's my turn.
All right. Zombies. Well, Afan, you're surrounded. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go there.
Ow. Ow.
Let's go there. They can't see Luna, so they'll move up a little bit.
Picasso. Picasso.
1, 2, 3, 4,
yeah.
5,
I made the move I did.
6 slam attacks against Avan. 1, an 11 doesn't hit.
Nope.
A 17, I think, hits
That's it.
for bludgeoning, for 4 bludgeoning. An 18 for 7 more bludgeoning. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a critical fail. So I'll roll a fumble chart for them. 13 misses. Then one more. An 11 misses.
If one of them ever rolls a 15, you're welcome.
I'll be sure to let you know.
Let's roll on the fumble chart for this guy who rolled that natural 1. Where's that D100 for this zombie? His arm falls off.
Oh.
His arm falls off.
There you go.
He gets stuck and tangled in the vines. As he tries to slam against the fawn, he trips and falls and gets tangled in the vines. Technically, it's a lodged weapon, so basically they're restrained, since their body is their weapon.
Yeah.
Right. Florian.
I'm gonna come over here and cast a new spell. It is Arms of Hadar. And let's see if it hits. Well, let's see if these guys pass. Okay. Do you need
10-foot radius, right? Yes, I would love to see the description as well.
Okay.
But they got to make a strength save.
Yes. Here we go.
11 does not pass.
Right. Where do I find? How do I like give you the description?
Oh, I could do it. Never mind.
Okay.
Arms of Hadar.
So what you see is he throws his arms out from side to side, and you see what look like colorful spears with these large fleur-de-lis as the spear points, and they just scatter in a radius from him, about 10 feet. And yeah, they have to make saves to see if they
take damage, which they failed, so they all take the 3.
Okay, 2d6. Oh, it's already rolled. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Yeah, they all failed, so they all take 3 damage.
Very nice.
And they can't take reactions.
And I can't do much with my bonus action at this point. Okay. He's gonna shoot. He's gonna double flip him off. And that's my turn.
You wound their pride.
Wounded their pride.
All right.
So
Many of them are hurt. Let's see if this guy dies. He dies. You kill him.
Hey.
Good job.
Very nice.
All right, Florian, that's your turn. Alune.
once again, you have a bunch of these zombies up in a 10 by 10 radius. So
In a very
I
AoE
know
attackable fashion.
what I can do with my last second level spell slot, and it's nothing new. Spell save DC is a 13 on a con save.
Each creature of your choice, so just the zombies, basically.
Just the zombies, and I can choose to heal a fawn.
Yay.
14, so they pass.
Oh no, that's okay. They can do half damage.
So it's just a D10 for my
You can roll one of your hit dice. Okay, so they each take 4 damage. Damn, that is actually all of them.
Have on regain health for that? Yeah.
Very nice.
yeah, it's like an additional thing that thing does.
That's a good spell.
That's the bloom part.
Okay.
Sorry, I have to subtract all their health manually. Okay. Yeah, they all take 4 damage. They all look hurt. You're doing a good job. You're keeping your friends alive and hurting the enemies.
Yeah.
Anything else on your turn, Alun?
Oh fuck, yeah. We're gonna smack this guy with my bonus. And by this guy I mean blue. And use the button.
Yeah, that'll hit. And as you hit this guy with your shooting star, they fall to the ground immediately without any struggle. Another dead one. Avan.
Okay.
They all look pretty hurt around you.
Sounds good to me. I'm gonna hit this guy. The blue one. The dark blue one. Purple,
Gotcha.
I don't know.
The purple one, yeah.
Color
Indigo.
With my hand axe.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Do it kill?
It do not kill, no. They do look hurt.
Alright, then I just do it again with my bonus action.
That'll be another hit. Looking real hurt, but still alive.
God damn it, this just keeps happening to me. Like, I never land the final blow on anybody.
I'm so sorry. EC.
Alright. We're gonna target this one. Shoot. Gonna add Divine Inspiration, because I hate natural ones. 15.
Yeah, no, if it's a natural one and an attack, it would miss.
I rolled my Divine Inspiration.
No, I'm just wondering because their AC is 8. So it would hit, but it's a critical fail. But yes, you are adding inspiration to that, so you don't have to critically fail this.
Imagine having an AC of 8.
That's the zombie.
Just have a dexterity of 6 or something. And wear no armor.
You gotta roll damage.
Yeah. I'm checking to make sure I got the proper things
Clicked.
clicked.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna use a spell slot, like this motherfucker on fire, with Searing Smite. Because I get that with my longbow. So they have to make
Nope. They die.
I light it on fire.
Nice.
Oh
So
yeah,
you
what's
see-
going on with my fire situation?
It's spread. Oh yeah. You know what? On your turn, this guy would have had to have made a dex save. Let's say. Go ahead and roll 2d6 fire damage for this guy.
I will, thank you.
Ooh.
Yeah, they take a solid 7.
Hell
They are catching fire from the torch on the ground there, and the smoldering plants around them.
So the way this works is EC pulls out their bow and draws back the arrow, and then mutters a quick word in Sylvan as the bowstring lights on fire very briefly, but that fire travels down the string and into the arrow as they fire. And yeah, they light on fire.
Perfect. And you do knock the zombie out with that.
Then
All right.
I'll move up slightly. That's my turn.
Luna.
Okie dokie. I am going to cast Healing Word at 2nd level on Yvonne.
Nice.
Oh. You get that solid 8 hit points, Safan.
Thank you.
That's very
You
solid.
sacrifice effectiveness for being able to do it at a distance. And I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on Florian. He's also
cool.
in the mix.
Well, thank you.
Oh god, yeah. Shield of Faith isn't even fucking concentration, is it? Oh no, it is concentration. You can't have
Oh,
2 up,
shit.
sorry.
Okay, never mind. I retracted.
That's
You-
fine.
So
Rogue
concentrating on
second
the phone.
brain, it's fine. We got it.
I'm gonna concentrate on my man doing the melee
Do
in
it.
there.
That's fair. All right.
All right, so it's just a healing.
I mean, you have your action. Do you have any cantrips you want to use?
Do a I guess I'll throw a little Toll the Dead at something.
Yeah, go for it. Pick one.
All they did.
Classic little Toll the Dead. Maybe this guy.
Yeah, sure. He's got to make a wisdom save.
Let's click the thing.
He got a 2.
Cool. And it's already taken damage.
Yes.
That's a 1d12.
Wow.
Ooh, baby!
Okay. He's got to make a con save.
On here's up.
Is
Ding
fucking
dong
Ooh,
dead.
okay. So it takes a hard hit, and you can see like congealed blood start to get like drip out of its head, and it's like skull cracks a little bit from the sound, but it is still standing.
Cool. Now that's my turn.
Yeah, he rolled really good on his constitution, so he's still up technically. Zombies. Let's roll a strength check for this guy to see if he untangled himself. He does not. This guy's still restrained. Just so I can move this guy. This guy's gonna move over here. This guy's gonna move over here. This guy's gonna move over here. Florian, you're gonna take a couple of attacks.
Great. Okay.
Give me 1 second, sorry. Moving the other guys as well. This guy's gonna move over here. This guy's gonna move over here. Alright, Florian, you're taking 4 attacks.
Okay.
6, I don't think hits you.
Nah.
9, I don't believe hits you.
Nope.
16
Yeah, that one hits.
for 7 bludgeoning damage on that one. And then a 7, I don't think hits you.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. And then a
7
fun.
bludgeoning.
Yes, 7 total bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As one of the zombies slams into you. 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks for a fawn. A 20 to hit you.
I'll do it.
17 I think does hit you.
Yep.
14 misses you.
14 misses. Thanks.
Thanks. Thanks for another 14 misses you. Good job, Luna.
Thanks, Luna.
Well,
A 22 will hit you.
What,
I
the-
can't protect against that
what is
yet.
happening?
Beat up.
Some of them are rolling not good, and some of them are rolling good. So that's 16 total bludgeoning damage over the 3 attacks that do hit you. Oh no, sorry, no. It's only 11. I forgot this guy is still restrained, and his action was to try and stand up. So no, you take 11, not 16.
Cool.
I apologize for that. But that's the zombies' turn. They're trying to whittle you guys down. Florian, you're surrounded.
Yeah. How far is a fun? Oh,
15 feet away.
15 feet. Yeah, I got another spell slot. Let's see what I can do. Okay, that one's just one target. What the hell? I'll do another Arms of Hadar. I have another spell slot.
Nice.
So let's do it again.
They got to make a strength
Yay.
save.
Yeah.
They do not pass, so they all take 5 necrotic damage.
Bam.
-5. -5. Not -55.
Nope.
I mean, if you insist.
We won't complain.
-5. -5. And then these two, -5. And -5. They're all looking really hurt now.
Hell yeah.
You guys have worn these guys down with these very well placed area of effect spells.
Eat that, suckers.
And anything else on your turn?
Yeah, can't do much with a bonus action. If I move, I'll encourage
They can't take reactions because of Arms of Hadar.
You're right, I can't take reactions! Yeah, I'm gonna move then.
So it'll cost an extra 10 feet of movement. Because the area you're in is difficult terrain.
Gotcha. Well,
Also, yeah, Zoe, none of them are turned anymore. They've all taken damage.
Okay. Is your spell still on?
No, they've all taken damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Suckers!
Alone.
Hi, what's up?
They're looking hurt.
Yep, they sure are. I think the current goal is to maybe get Fauna slightly less surrounded. We're gonna guiding bolt this one. Which I have a button for.
This guy?
Orange one.
Oh, orange one.
Yeah, orange.
Yeah, that hits. Another one bites the dust.
Alright.
Half disintegrated by the radiant light coming from you.
We're gonna go for this trap boy with my bonus. We're just trimming the. There's too much mushroom here, and we need less, and we're just trimming it.
That's really what it is.
Here. I have a specific button. There it is. That's a 9, so that's gonna.
No, he's restrained.
Oh.
So you do have advantage on that. So yeah, and it's radiant. So another dead one.
Cool.
Just one by one, you're doing it. All right.
Avan's just muttering about how he did all of the hard work,
We're
saw-
doing
he-
a lot of the work.
even though he didn't hit
Don't kill
either of
things,
those
guys.
zombies.
That's funny.
All right.
You get it, Fawn?
And anything else on your turn, Alune?
No, that's it.
All right, Afan.
I'll be all right. Okay, so he's gonna swing at the blue one, the purple one, the indigo one, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm. That'll hit. Let's see if they're still alive. They do pass their constitution check, so they're still standing.
Alright, he's gonna hit it again then.
I believe in you.
I don't.
Ooh, a 7 just barely misses.
Alright, let's inspo that.
Okay.
2d8, right?
Yes. Yeah, that'll hit. Oh, and it dies.
About fucking
Yep.
time.
Killed one.
Unable to withstand the second blow in a row, it falls to the ground dead.
And they all can't, like the blue one to the north.
Yeah, it can't take reactions actually.
Alright, so he's gonna
This guy can, but it's just the one.
right, but he can halfling nimbleness through.
Yes,
them and
he
not
can.
leave his- so he's gonna do that
Yeah.
just to like be away.
While you're here on the other side of the door, you find the latch of the door to unlock it from this side.
Nice.
Anything else in your turn, Afan?
Nope.
All right, EC.
Alright, go for this purple one. Take a shot. 10! Wow.
Yeah, that'll hit.
These are zombies! Alright, Colossal Slayer. It has a bit damage.
Wait, which one? Well, they've all been damaged actually, but which
Okay,
is it? This like light purple one or the pink purple?
It They both look the same to me, Gabe.
Gotcha. Okay, so the top
It's-
one.
It's the one that's got green directly above it, like got empty green. space
Gotcha.
above it.
Gotcha. Okay, they have to pass their con save, or else they will die. No, they fail. Another one bites the dust. Good job, EC. Taking another one
That's
down.
my turn.
Yeah.
Luna. More than anything, this is kind of a slog for you guys.
Well, they keep not dying.
Yeah.
Got some bad rolls. It just happens.
Oh, let's see. I'm gonna do another second level healing word. On.
Okay. Ooh, 10. Solid.
That's kind of all I can really do.
I mean, that's just a bonus action. You can go ahead and
Oh, the
That's-
healing word should be an action.
no, healing word's a bonus action.
No way.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yup.
that's part of why it's so good.
Your lawyer is real good.
They've all taken damage, right?
Yes, they have all taken damage.
Then I'm gonna toll the dead this alive one in the middle there.
Gotcha. The darker red one. I'll go ahead and roll a wisdom save. It failed with a 6.
Fantastic.
Minus 6. It's still up, but it's very hurt.
Okay, now that's my turn.
Zombies. 1. Yeah, you attacked it, sure. That's not what I wanted to do. That's still there.
Oh, did that guy? Take
Oh,
any
yeah,
more
let
damage?
me make a dex save for this guy. An 8, that's going to fail. Yeah, go ahead and roll 2d6. No, he's dead.
Sick.
He burned to death.
Nice.
Yeah, let's say this guy's coming down here towards the fawn. Alright, Luna, you're getting attacked. 13 to hit?
That does not hit.
Okay. Afan, you're also getting attacked. 2 more attacks. A 19 to hit you, Afan,
Yep.
and a 20 to hit for 10 damage.
Way to go, you know.
Just undo my healing word like that.
Yeah, my armor class is 16 base from a chainmail, so I don't know why it's down as 14 on my sheet. So I should be on 18. So I probably shouldn't have taken at least one of the hits that.
Well, yeah, he got a 19 and a 20. Or they
No,
got
but
19.
in previous.
Oh, in previous ones, yeah.
So well, I mean, whatever. As long as I don't like beef it.
I don't think you're gonna beef it, so you should be okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure why my armor class is showing up as.
Not if Luna has anything to say about it.
All right, I guess this guy can use his action to dash. That's what I should have been doing. He'll go over here. Florian, you're up.
I think these guys are still up. This guy's up. Sorry, I lost track of Avon. Where is he?
He's around the
Here?
corner.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna jump over there and help my dude. I could probably just blast it from here.
If you can see it from there, then yeah, you can hit it.
Okay, then I am going to point and do an Eldritch Blast on
Yeah.
blue here.
That'll definitely hit.
Bam.
Let's see if he stays up. They do not stay up.
There you go, buddy.
As you whittle down the zombies yet again.
I'm good at this, huh? I'm good at this. I'm so good at this.
You're so good
Killing
at this,
zombies.
you guys.
Look at us killing zombies.
Anything else on your turn, Florian?
he'll yell "bitch." That's it.
Okay.
Language.
Alun.
He'll yell bitch
Um,
in Sylvan.
I don't remember guiding bolt. So I'm gonna do it on yellow. No, we need the pingy thingy, not the zoopy doop. All right. So that's gonna be one more guiding bolt. Cast at level 1.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right, and if it's not dead,
You
with
kill
that,
this man.
Oh, okay, I murdered him.
Well, it's a zombie. They were already dead.
I murdered the mushroom. Is that everything? I might have to. Hold on.
No,
Oh wait,
you
no,
s-
there's my EC. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, there's 2 more still.
Okay. I'm gonna get the one EC.
Okay.
Gonna. Boop, 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 boop. There we go.
You kill him. Jesus.
Oh, all right.
I'm putting in work today.
Another one dead with your. You have so much radiant damage.
I don't know
It's
why.
it's so good for
Stars.
against these zombies. Yeah, stars.
Oh
That's
yeah,
true.
that would make sense.
Hello, you've taken down 2 of them in your turn. Anything else you're gonna do? You want to move?
No, I'm good.
All right, Afan. They 2 shots came out from across the bow, and the ones in front of you are dead.
Avan, suddenly bereft of things to murder directly in front of him, is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, noticing that Luna's having a difficult time right now with the final zombie in front of her. He's going to...
Final Pam.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
I believe in me too. I'm just looking up something really quickly.
I wonder how fast this would have gone with Nezrin here.
Pretty fast. Where is Riley anyway?
They're doing some in-person stuff. They're a little busy, so they couldn't make it tonight.
Bummer.
Okay, that's not particularly useful. Alright, so he's just gonna axe this guy a question.
All right.
No, he
Oh,
isn't. He ain't gonna axe him shit.
that one misses sadly.
Alright, and he's gonna go again with his bonus action. Bonus fail! A 2 and then a 1.
Oh no. Go ahead and roll a D100 for me, please.
Does my arm fall off?
19, not that bad. You gain a level of exhaustion as you sort of double over. You catch a stitch in your side, and you're for some reason you're just
Passed
winded.
out.
Oh. Alright.
All right, EC.
Alright. EC's just gonna look down in concern at the old man,
Rude.
then just take out their short sword, and you see, even though there's not much wind down here, a bit of wind starts to formulate around the sword, because Zephyr Strike and stab at this thing.
Yeah, go for it. An 8'll hit.
Alright, so that's...
They are
1d8
zombies.
Colossus. That's the additional 2 force damage, and then
14. They have to roll. Nope, they do not pass. Yeah, you. How do you want to end this last zombie, Michael?
I think you see with all these sort of slow moving things is like not fully like into this fight and is like really looking bored. But then off on Hunch is over, they just like tilt their head and in the same motion, sort of flourish their short sword and just stab this thing in the head, just like no eyes on the zombie, just looking at Afon in concern. Are you alright, Afon? Twist.
Alan's just like, Charlie horse, Charlie horse, Charlie horse.
Luna's gonna immediately step over the corpse and like kneel down so she's actually on his level and do a cure wounds.
You see, accidentally like gets the head without the body, just like shakes the sword to get the head off.
Oh, that's a shit roll.
It's fine. You guys are out of combat. I would like, actually, from all of you, a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh boy.
Don't like that. No, I'm okay.
It shouldn't be
You have
bad.
advantage on this, Afan.
Uncovered his
Yeah, I
nose
was
and
gonna
mouth.
say.
So
Okay.
I think Afan should get a
I mean, he gets advantage because he's the halfling anyway.
Nice.
Okay. I think Luna's the only one that doesn't pass this. You're just gonna take some poison damage.
Hmm.
You're gonna take 3 poison damage. As you were, moving around, getting excited.
big sword.
Yeah, you've been breathing in a little bit more, and it's been affecting you. You're kind of just a little wheezy.
I'd like to dump out the vial of oregano in my herbalism kit and put some spores or something in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wanted to do that too.
That's gonna be an interesting smoke. I mean, what?
you guys can both collect a vial of these mushroom spores for
I
sure.
actually want to get a sample of one of the mushrooms on the ground and one of
Yeah.
the mushrooms from the corpses.
Yeah, I will absolutely allow that. You can
She
add
just like
a corpse mushroom and a crypt mushroom to your inventory.
she's just gonna look around and just like. Do you need to gather more spores, or we could go tell them that?
I was just collecting this for if I can find a more reasonable place for them to actually live, they can populate that place and not, in the city in a crypt.
I mean, they're dead. Yes.
I would like to. Excuse me. I would like to lay these bodies out in a more dignified position.
Yeah, Luna's got the black lung.
So these ones are dead, but you can kind of give them a chance to live on again elsewhere in a more suited place.
I also have a sample, so we can do that.
Where do you want DC to lay out these bodies?
Just in rows, I suppose.
You can actually see as you go into the room the alcoves where they sort of crawled out of.
Then you see just halfway between stuffing them and properly placing them.
We should possibly try to burn any remaining mushrooms, I would think.
I'd say that's the job of the temple.
Yeah, that's true. We did clear it out.
Florian will help EC.
I will probably advise them to seal this place and figure something else out. This is quite damaged from the.
Very damaged, and the infestation does look fairly severe.
Luna's watching EC put bodies in places, and she I don't know, she's got this flat look, but then she just kind of shrugs and walks toward the door.
She's
You know
just
what?
doing what they were told.
You know what? They're doing good enough. Let's open this.
Afan,
She's
you've got the torch again. You can see. All right, so you guys head out of there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
after putting.
Scrawl, maybe. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna use some chalk or something to scrawl a note for like if like a druid comes down here and
Oh, that's
they're
fair.
a mushroom guy. It's like,
Sure.
hey, this is what happened. Do this.
You do, you make a mushroom note for the mushroom druids.
Yeah.
There.
Cool spores here.
All nicely organized for you guys.
Go.
Thanks.
Hot spores in your area.
Hot spores in your area,
Yeah.
exactly.
Hey, hot spores in your area.
All right. So, with that finished, you guys go back upstairs to exit the catacombs, and we'll call it there for this evening. It is getting a little
Okay.
late.
It is.
Yeah.
So, we'll finish this up next time.
Sounds good.
Before we go for the evening, Patrick, I know you can't make it next week, right?
I cannot, no.
Okay,
My dad is in town.
that's okay. If someone else can't make it, I'll talk to Riley. If he can't make it next week, then we'll skip. If not, then we can still play.
Okay.
But before we go for the evening, let's have an RP vote.
I'm gonna give it to Yvonne for that bit of exposition and for trusting one of his teammates.
I'm also gonna give it to Yvonne.
I'm gonna give it to Florian for being a teammate who let himself be trusted.
Oh.
Oh,
And for being just a little guy.
little guy. Hey, I'm just a little guy. It's my birthday.
I'm gonna give it to Ilune for the dubious uncle act.
It's very good.
Excellent.
It's very
Thank you. I'll give it to Ilune because Ilune's really trying to be Easy's friend.
Yeah.
Despite how hard. Easy's not trying to make it hard, just Easy is
Easy as easy.
not social.
All right. Michael making me be the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Of course.
I am going to give it to Afan for not only the roleplay with the meeting, but in the battle as well. There was a little bit of that role playing with how they were fighting and the thoughts they had with the thoughts he had with the torch and the frustration of never actually landing the final hit. It was good.
Sure.
I liked all of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good character
Good job.
moments. All right.
Well done, everybody.
Good job, you guys.
Good session as
Good
always.
session.
Good session as
Like-
always.
Yep.
I'm gonna stop the
Yeah.
stream.